Get this shit out of here.
Can I fucking do my thing?
Introduce the fucking podcast.
Okay, so welcome
Gus,
to
shut the fuck up.
welcome to JOCO Junkies episode 8 or 9, depending on whether we decide to release our actual 8.
Wait, what was number 8?
It was the one where
The
we
last
just
one
talked about politics the whole time.
Wait, why are we not gonna release that?
I don't know if we're gonna release it. I
He
want to
hasn't
listen
listened
to
to
it
it
first.
yet.
Oh, what the
But,
fuck?
like, I
It's been
feel like
weeks. How have you not fucking
Yeah,
listened to it?
I don't know,
Oh
man.
my god.
This is one of the last episodes of JOCO Junkies, mainly because me and Gus are not going to be in JOCO anymore. So we're trying some new things. We're still gonna have podcasts on this channel every week or every time we want to record a podcast.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna say every week because we're not.
not even every month.
Probably, unless we
I think once a month is very much doable.
Yeah.
It is, just not consistently. Ideally, we could do once a week or twice a week.
Yeah, once or twice.
I think
Ideally, once or twice a week.
Once every, it's like every
Once
other week.
or
could
every
probably
other
work.
week maybe would work.
Well,
We got it. Me and Gus
Well,
have to get used
definitely,
to our schedule.
it'll be one of those things that we're gonna have to like gauge just
Work.
like once we get.
So
there,
we're gonna be
and
recording a few
there's not
episodes,
really
a few of the
a plan.
last episodes of JOCO Junkies here in the coming weeks before me and Gus have to leave for
either
the
way,
Antarctic.
we're a little bit burnt out.
Yes,
you know,
true. That's
we're
true.
kind of just throwing these at the wall every week before, and I guess it just stopped being fun. So we're gonna try to fuck around with the structure a little bit, and hopefully it'll be a bit more enjoyable for us,
Yeah.
and a little bit more, I don't know, listenable.
Alright, ideas thrown out on the table.
Yeah,
Porn review.
maybe.
Nah. Yeah, well, we couldn't do it at my house, and also we'd get fucking taken down.
I
on
think we
YouTube.
could. Oscar's a pussy. We'll just play it on his laptop, incognito mode. I know the hotkeys, and then we'll just
I don't know how to do
cast
it.
it.
Incognito.
What's the hotkey?
Control Shift N.
That's odd.
Get
Okay.
it. Fucking.
It's not gonna work if I'm not on
Okay,
Chrome.
so we've decided that the structure for this episode is basically we're gonna talk about some media that we've been doing or looking at.
I've got hella notes, bro.
You got hella
I didn't
notes.
take any
I didn't
notes. I
take
got, like,
notes. I just
mental
kind of have
notes.
ideas of what I want to talk about.
Yes.
And we all watched one movie this week, which is the movie Airplane, 1980. One of probably a really good comedy from that time period.
It's widely regarded as a classic.
It's a real it's basically it's classic.
It is. I actually originally wasn't gonna fucking watch it. I was just gonna go on YouTube and watch the scenes, but that didn't fucking work because all I found was Airplane classic. So I would type in Airplane scenes, and the scene from the Fast and Furious movie where they're on the airplane trying to save the baby and shit could come out.
God.
And I was like, that's because no one wants to watch this
Dude,
fucking
okay,
movie.
if you want to do it, you gotta go
then I just
Airplane
watch it.
1980. That's how you do it.
Oh, I just kept
Stupid.
putting the exclamation. I just put like, the exclamation part
No.
and like rearranging the way that I structured
Like
it.
the search query doesn't even include punctuation.
Yeah.
Like it
seriously?
doesn't. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's very
Damn.
finicky.
Which I'd have fucking known that.
Dude, I remember I used to study not study, but look into how exactly the search mechanics work on Google for porn.
Oh my god.
What the fuck?
I was learning how to use the quotation marks and shit to make it
my
all come up
God.
very specific, and then I stopped caring just because that's overly convoluted. Like
Oh,
you don't
yeah.
have to do that.
You don't have to.
That's not necessary. I can find very specific stuff without doing
No.
that. so-
Here's where the difference comes in, though, right? If you type in if you type in one thing, you'll get like X videos. But then if you not like the website, I just meant like X as in like.
Oh, I thought you
variable.
meant the website.
No, like variable, like just this
Hello,
many.
demonetization.
You'll get these videos. But then if you change if you add like an S to the end of teen, you've all of a sudden got 8 different videos, like new websites that you've never seen before, and it's like, do I want to click on that?
No.
Bro, on my old phone,
Yo, Gus, you kind of a pedo, bro.
on my old phone when I was like a little kid, I was like 12 and shit, getting into porn, right? And there was a
Yeah.
website called
12 and shit.
it was called
Wait,
YouPorn, right?
Hold up. How old were you?
12 or shit.
Okay, shut the
Yeah,
fuck
yeah,
up
yeah,
then.
fuck you.
I just think it's funny.
I discovered that shit when I was like 8. You did.
Yeah, same. I discovered it a
Nah,
lot
was
before
bad.
I
It
was
fucked me
interested.
up hard.
Not for me. I was like, ew.
Well, I didn't hit puberty until I was
You
like
nasty
10.
girl.
Yeah, exactly. So I saw.
So I saw this porn, and it made puberty is already one big chemical imbalance from hell,
Yeah.
but it fucked me up so
Your
hard.
face is a chemical imbalance.
Look like Sloth from the Goonies.
Fuck y'all, bro. All right, I see how it is.
Sorry.
But no, I clicked this website and I got this notification that it told me.
Oh, you told me
that-
about this. Yeah.
Yeah, this website has child porn on it or is suspected of it. The FBI is coming for you. And it basically made it so that like I couldn't hit the home button, I couldn't turn my phone off. So I think I just waited for my phone to die, and then I charged it and turned it back on, then I closed the website out, and I never went back because I was having a fucking panic attack.
Yeah,
Because I was
that's
like, oh my god,
wild.
I'm going to fucking prison.
Did you download something?
Who the fuck downloads porn? one
No,
fucking
did you
does that.
inadvertently download? Did you
like a
like click
virus.
some sketchy shit?
Nah, you just go to the, I just click the fucking
weird.
website links. Like the
I remember
generic shit.
ads used to be a lot worse. I think they like fixed some of those bugs because
I
sometimes
didn't-
they wouldn't let me close tabs. I would always find
Yeah.
I would always find a workaround. I was good at that.
Yeah.
You know, I was a little fucking tech wizard when it came to porn.
What's the first thing that you watch porn on though?
What?
Like the first device. Like the
Oh,
first
my
thing.
iPod Touch 5th gen. My first.
fuck?
Okay, here's why. 4th gen. It was my first like internet capable device I had to myself that nobody else could fuck with, dude.
That's true.
Yeah, and it
Also-
worked, dude. What's the issue with that?
Wait, you told us yours was your phone because then your dad found it and took your phone.
Yep. Yeah. I'm glad this podcast is ending. Fuck you guys.
Well, mine was my Kindle Fire.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Did you ever get caught?
Yeah, all the fucking time, bro.
You got caught?
So
Yo,
here's
you
the
let him
problem.
catch you?
I don't know if you know
Fucking
this.
amateurs.
It is fucking, for like a little kid who's retarded, fucking impossible to clear the search history on Kindles.
How?
Because you can't just go to like the browser and do it.
You have to like go into settings and stuff. I've had devices.
Yeah,
like
you have
that
to go to
before.
like settings and then internet and then clear and then wipe. It's fucking.
It's not that bad.
It's complicated even now. It's fucking stupid. When you could just go to Google and hit clear.
Yeah.
But because it's the way that it's set up, it doesn't work that way. It's a pain in the ass. And I was a little kid, and I wasn't
Dude,
like technically literate. It was my first.
I
device.
was. I fucking figured that shit out real quick.
Bro.
And now it made me upset because I wish I wasn't. So now I can go back into my iPod Nano and it's clean. I want to find the dirt. I was like, what was I doing? And I can't find it because I was too good.
Fucking
Yeah,
I had
fucking
I
amateurs
had
though.
the problem of like getting walked in on a lot when I was younger because I was
How?
fucking stupid. So I actually developed this thing because I didn't want people to walk
developed
in on me.
autism is what you did.
I guess like I didn't want to lock my door because I can't remember why. I had like a reason. So I would go to my door and my dresser was next to my door and I would put my shit down and I would put one hand on the dresser and I'd
Was
put
this
my
your old
shoulder
house?
into the door and I would get in it. That way if anybody tried to open the door, even when I was like 100 pounds, like you've still got like
Yeah,
shoulder
yeah.
in the door. It's pocketed and it's positioned right. And I'd get in it and I would just go back to bed. Because this is whenever you're younger and like nothing comes out. You just,
Oh, okay.
which was fucking sick. I don't remember what cleanup. It's fucking
Yeah.
awesome. But those were the good days. No cleanup. Come the fuck on. I miss that shit.
Come the fuck on, indeed.
Oh fuck
Jesus
you.
Christ, you guys.
Bro, I
We're
know
gonna get fucking canceled.
Oscar's the
'cause
type of dude who jerked off in the bathrooms at school.
Nope, did not ever.
He's fucking lying.
I'm
I
not
saw his
lying.
face just now. He's full of shit.
Fucking was the one who did that.
Pablo
We already
staying
had an
real
episode
quiet. I
talking
know
shit
he
about
busted
him.
a nut.
No.
Yeah.
Oh fuck, I said his name.
I never even went to the
Oh, nice
bathrooms,
job,
period, if I could
retard.
help it. I've
You
gone to
never
school
went.
bathrooms like twice a year.
Bro, honestly, so whenever I was in like 6th grade, right, I always got like stomach problems. I got like sick a lot. So I would go to the bathroom and I'd be in there for like 30 minutes, and then like the teacher would send a kid in and be like, "Yo, Gus, you cool?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm good, bro. I'm just not feeling super hot." And then he would sit there and wait for me. Bro.
Oh my God.
They would be told to wait, I guess, or maybe they would just did it because they don't have to class. Then I'd walk out, and they have to walk in together. And then kids would stare at me, and they'd be like, "What took you so long, bro?" And I'm like, "I just shit. Mind your fucking business, dog."
I just laid a 2-pounder in
but
there.
because I was in fucking 6th grade and I was shy and shit, like really shy, I didn't say fuck off. I was just like nothing. I was just using the bathroom,
Oh,
which made it
no. Yeah.
very. Everyone was
Yes.
like, "Oh, he
That's
was
the
jerking
chody
fuck off."
excuse.
No one said it, but I knew. I knew what people thought.
We fucking said his name earlier. God
I
damn.
did.
You did,
I did.
fucking retard.
But well, we'll dub it. I'll
Bro,
dub
everyone
it.
was just like, "I'm
I'll
just
edit
jerking
it.
off." I'm like,
Fuck
"No,
that.
I'm
Just bleep it.
shitting.
Okay.
I'm just shitting. That's it.
Dude.
That's all I'm doing."
I've been putting too much effort into editing. You shouldn't have to do that for a fucking audio format. I'm just
That's
gonna.
true.
Bro, people
Wham, bam,
be nosy
thank you,
as shit
ma'am,
in the
done.
bathroom.
What?
People be nosy as hell in the bathroom, dog. Like I'll go to the
I
bathroom.
have a baby. Like you're in the with the stall with like a changing table, and you're like trying to take a shit, and the guy like comes underneath the like he like slides underneath the stall, and he's like,
what's
I
that?
have a baby.
Well, listen. There was this kid, junior year, who I'd go to the bathroom, right? And he'd go, yo, what's up, bro? And I was like, I don't fucking know you. But I wouldn't say that. I would just go, what's up, dog? And then
Dude.
I'd go
my
pissed.
God.
But he would try. He would talk to me, and he wouldn't. It wasn't talking like introducing yourself to a stranger. He would talk to me like we've been homies since day one. He was like, "Yo,
What
what's
if
up? Or
this is
how you
someone you
been?
forgot about?
How you been living?" And I'm like, "I do not know you." And I was like,
You
"Maybe I
forgot
forgot it."
about
I'm
him,
like,
man.
"No, he's like a fucking sophomore." I'm like, I'm not friends with sophomores, really. You know what I mean?
Dude,
I don't know
Well,
this fucking
except for Adam.
You said that shit about him
Adam's
not.
a senior.
No, it's not.
No, he's not. Apparently.
Oh, so he's a grade below us.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I talked to him. I was surprised too.
Even still, though,
He's cool.
he was a junior when we spoke to him,
Yeah.
and he was mature as fuck.
Uh-huh.
But no, I'll be in there and I'm just trying to do my business. And he did this for some. It's like he knew. Every time I go to the fucking bathroom, I have like a routine. I go like twice a day. Right? I go piss twice a day. I pee a lot. I drink a lot of water. Fuck off. But he would be in there every fucking time at the same time as he was waiting, bro.
Maybe he had the same routine.
We were synchronized. It pissed me off.
Your fist is synchronized,
I was
bro.
like, it's like chicks with their periods. I'm like, get off my synchronization, dog. I'd go in there and he was just, yo, what's up, bro? I saw you later. How you been? And I'm like, stop fucking talking to me. And I got to where I would just put my headphones in and walk. Like I couldn't hear him, and I would turn that way. It would seem like I couldn't see him talking, but really I could. I fucking heard him. I wasn't listening to music. I don't listen to music in the bathroom because it's like in a classroom. If like a school shooter rolls up, you can just like toss someone in front of you. You can see it, like you're good. You know what I mean?
Jump
if you're
behind
in the
Oscar.
bathroom and you got the
Oh my
music,
God.
you got the music, and you're just like,
Actually, you're wider than Oscar.
Yeah.
You're wider.
oh, I'm dark. Look, see?
Wider. Wide.
Oh,
Width.
wider.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah. Your like shoulders are like more like.
See,
Yeah,
Gus is wider
but the
than me.
shoulders aren't the part you're hiding behind. It's gonna be like here.
Yeah. So we gotta hide behind you.
Yeah.
Plus I'm taller. You have more.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd use you as a bullet shield and like toss your body into the fucking guy.
You're not tossing shit, bro.
I weigh like 260. You're not gonna fucking toss me.
What's the thing
You'll
they
be
did in
lucky
fucking
and
Thor
you can
Ragnarok
pull
where
me in
they
front of you.
where it's Thor and Loki and he's like, my brother needs help, and he like tosses him at the guys.
Sometimes I really think I'm like, I'm like, if someone kicks this door open with like a fucking AR right now, what do I do? And I'm like, easy. I'm throwing this little white bitch in front of me at him.
The
Sacrifice.
smallest white woman. Yeah.
I'm throwing that
Maybe?
little I'm throwing
Yeah.
that little dude
Listen,
at the lunch
it's
at lunch
like- it's
last
like in-
year. The little dude.
Who?
Like the
Oh
guy
my god,
dance.
the fucking the
dancing
little white kid who would dance and like
Little-
rap out
Oh,
and shit.
oh
You
yeah.
throw him.
Bro, listen, right? It's like in video games whenever there's like zombies or like creatures you're fighting, and there's
Yeah.
like the heavy ones, but then there's like the little tiny ones that if there's one of you like one hit, but they're dangerous whenever like 40 show up.
Yeah.
That's those like 4 foot tall white girls.
Yeah, like grunts
you
and
throw
Halo.
like 8 of those and he's fucked. He's done. Or 3 angry Mexican girls.
They're usually pretty fat though.
That's good. That's the part of
You
the
can't
game.
pick them up and throw
You can't
easy.
pick him up.
That's
You
the whole
you
point
have to have a
behind going with-
trebuchet or something
Push them
like
over
that.
and roll them.
That's the
I don't
whole reason you go with the frail white women.
No. If
They're
you-
easy to
if
throw.
you can have like 2. Sometimes I'm like, okay, I'm sitting here sharpening my pencil. And the door is right here. He rolls up. Am I gonna do the hero thing, punch him in the face, or kick him in the nuts or something, or am I gonna just fucking dip and hope that I get
Okay.
away?
If the pencil sharpener is right next to the door, like usually it is, you're not gonna run. You gotta fight.
Yeah, just fucking stab him in the neck with a pencil.
Nah,
John Wick
I
that
throw
shit.
hands. I throw hands. The hands are still more
I would
reliable.
John.
Blunt force trauma.
I think
Yeah.
if you can move, if you could just knock the barrel up
Yeah.
just so it's above your head, you can just get him in the neck right here in the jugular with a pencil.
Nah,
Done.
that's movie shit. I'd throw
Right
hands.
here.
Shit.
I don't
Right
trust
here.
that.
This is so soft.
I'd rather punch someone in the jugular. That'd be more reliable, honestly.
If you could punch someone in the throat while
Yeah.
they're coming in to shoot,
It's
you, like,
surprisingly
you get his gun up
easy to
and you
pu-
throw.
Yeah, they tell you not to
shove-
do that in like boxing and shit.
What?
Punch people in the throat. You're not supposed to do that.
Well, that's because you can like kill someone.
Yeah, exactly.
You can, like-
Exactly.
Like,
Exactly.
We could.
Your adrenaline is rushing. You
like they
push
got
the
they got
guy's
like
gun
that
up.
training. They'll like shatter your fucking windpipe.
Even then, it's an actual danger, and it
And, you know,
fucking
shattering
hurts.
your windpipe, it's a slow death. for just like 5
And
minutes.
then you take
He'll
his
just be sitting
clothes and his
there.
gun, and you go meet up with
Either
his
way,
accomplices.
this is why.
You meet up with his accomplices and you like take them out from the inside. 'Cause they don't know.
Yeah.
And then you go and like shoot up an airport.
No Russian baby.
No Russian baby.
I watched a video on YouTube of these like Marines fucking playing that mission, and they
Okay.
were like, "This is realistic. This is how it would go down." I was like, "Jesus fucking Christ!" I was like, "From experience, are you guys like?"
Yeah, I was
you guys
like, oh,
know?
yeah, I've done these before.
He's like,
Yeah, we
I've
did this
done a
in
couple of
Cambodia one time.
these."
Anyway,
That's why I always sit by the window. I'm jumping out that bitch and breaking my
You're not
legs.
gonna open that. You can't jump
Yes, I
out of
will.
this fucking window.
That's my thing. I don't know how to open them, and I never checked to try how. Okay, I assume they have like some mechanism that I'm not gonna know where it is, and I'm just gonna be like fucking jangling with it, and I'm gonna get shot. So I always thought of like I should just try to open the window right now to figure out how for future reference, but that would look weird.
Yeah.
So I never did it. So I just sat by the window, but that was the end of the plan.
You're gonna like slam yourself over
Yeah.
the window.
And so it just goes, well, it moves it.
Right. Okay, so what have you guys been watching recently?
Nothing.
Porn. I don't know.
Actually, yeah. I
That
guess
was your
porn.
topic?
Yeah, porn.
Yeah, I thought of it. I actually have videos
Oh my
to
god.
play into the
Do
thing.
not.
We got visual reference and shit.
Nah,
Jesus
not
fucking
too many
Christ.
visuals.
Jesus fucking Christ.
I'm not a big visual guy. I'm just I'm a mental guy.
He likes the ASMR.
I watched that shit on Twitter.
He listens to ASMR braps. Dude, I saw that video of the Harley Quinn farting, dude.
What?
Yeah, it was like a meme on Twitter for a while, and I hate it because she actually did have a fat ass.
Whoa. So, since we were talking about movies, right?
Oh, what? Is that what we're talking about?
We were talking about movies. Like,
yeah,
that was,
movies.
Like, the overall
Yeah, movies. Yeah,
movies of a kind.
yeah.
Oh
There
my
was this
God.
movie that Daniel Radcliffe was in. It was like
Was it the horse one?
No, it was like a soldier. He was like a soldier or some shit, a Swiss Army man or some shit.
Oh yeah.
And in the end of the movie, he's dead.
Yeah.
And then he farts and
they
then
use
he
him
goes
as a
off like
boat.
a fucking speedboat.
Yeah, I heard about that. I need
was
to
like,
watch
what
that.
It was
It's on my
fucking
list.
retarded.
Fucking farting.
Did you call the
speed
best
boat.
movies fucking retarded? If you call something fucking retarded, I'm like, oh, I gotta watch that.
Yeah. It's like a rule of life.
No, but it's actually it's like I just fucking told you that at the end of the movie, a dead guy comes
Yeah.
to life and
Yes.
farts himself away into the ocean like a speedboat.
Yeah.
But it's not a comedy movie. It's not.
Yeah.
It sounds like
It's-
shit that would be an airplane.
No, it's
like,
no. It's not a comedy. There's like dramatic, serious, emotional
I
music.
recall it being considered
you
a dark
hear-
comedy, sort of.
He farts into the ocean like a speedboat.
Yeah,
That's
hell
the
yeah.
most like.
I'm sold.
That-
how the
that's
fuck is he
like-
supposed to get away?
I've not seen comedy like that in movies since like that's like an Adam Sandler movie. Come the fuck on. Daniel Radcliffe fell the fuck off.
Daniel
That
Radcliffe
movie was like
is the
considered
new-
good. Like people fucking love that movie.
Daniel Radcliffe's the new Adam Sandler.
Did
Probably
you
because
actually?
they're looking at it like it's fucking comedies. Oh my god! And he fucking sings. He's what's that fucking song? Cotton Eye Joe. He sings Cotton Eye Joe, but it's not like all upbeat. He sings it like it's a sad emo song, and it's fucking stupid.
I don't think.
It's so cringy.
I think you're not supposed to take that seriously.
Yeah, that sounds like
pretty
something
sure.
you wouldn't take
But
seriously.
why is this movie? This movie makes it out to be the most like serious, like emotionally
that's the
heavy
joke.
thing. It's,
Yeah.
it's not meant to be a comedy. It's fucking
That's the
stupid.
joke.
Maybe we should watch that next.
I'm not fucking watching that.
Have you not seen it?
Not
Actually,
the whole thing, no.
then you don't know the fucking contacts and shit.
That's not how that works.
Yes, it
It's
is.
not.
Yes.
Airplane time, folks.
Oh yeah.
Or actually, I want to talk about some other movies. I saw
That 9/11
recently.
shit was crazy, huh?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, 9/11 was fucking crazy. 9/11 2, Escape to Africa. Anyway,
Damn it! Stop.
So I saw this movie. I saw it recently. They're the
Yeah, on the first one.
they're the Dollars trilogy. These movies are fucking awesome. Like, it's like basically the most. It's like older Western movies from the '60s, but they're like really good. Like old
It's
West movies.
the Western
It's
movies.
the gold
Yeah.
standard for Western movies. They're technically spaghetti westerns, which is like
Italian.
They
Yeah,
were
they're
filmed
Italian.
in Italy. I don't know if they were overdubbed definitely because
They were,
scenes-
yeah. It's
Yeah.
pretty obvious.
yeah. But I watched the second movie and the third movie in this trilogy, technically not even a trilogy because the only character that's the same is Clint Eastwood, and like he only acts in the same mannerisms, like, and that's like the only way that these movies can be linked, because in the second movie you have a character called I don't remember his name, but
wiggle the table.
it's basically it's the bad guy from the Good, Bad, and the Ugly. In a few dollars more, he's one of the bounty hunters who's going after the bad guys in that movie.
Are they all actually connected, or are they just independent
they're
from each other?
They're independent technically, but you could make the argument that they're connected through Clint Eastwood's character, who is the man with no name, which is what was the Americans kind of marketed it as.
Yeah.
But it's Clint Eastwood is really good in these movies, and it's like it sort of like gives you like the blurred line, because most cowboy stuff is like it's good versus bad. The good guy wears white, the bad guy wears black, and they fight.
What's it gotta be black,
and
bro?
the good guy is for justice, and the dude wearing and the bad guy is for like money and profit and like evil. But in these movies, it kind of blurs that line. The guy in black and the guy in white are like there's no like guy wearing white in these movies. It's always a guy like Clint Eastwood is always wearing like a poncho, like gray colors, right? And like the dude wearing black is more like they're all after money in these movies. Like Clint Eastwood is going after. Like second movie is there's a bounty on this guy's head, on this dude. They break him out of prison, and he's going to steal $1 million from a bank in El Paso.
How much was $1 million worth, like back in like the
1890? I don't know. It's a lot of fucking money.
Do you ever think, right, whenever you're younger, it's like I never thought about it until I took an AP US history for sophomore year. I was like, wait, when the fuck was like the Midwest, like cowboy time? Like when
Old
was
West
that?
was like 1800s. Like when Louisiana Purchase happened, that's when people started
But
expanding.
even then, it didn't even really
kicked
become
off in
popular until like the late 1800s. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but like there's
Did
like
you not-
Good, Bad, and the Ugly takes place in like the late 1860s.
Did you know
because
that?
there's like remnants of the Confederacy. And
Yeah.
stuff.
On Google says the American frontier, which I'm sure is not the same thing, was from 1607 to 1920.
It's not quite the same thing. No.
Yeah, it's not the same thing.
It's that period.
American
of-
frontier really just means American expansion
Yep.
across Western countries. You know what I mean? No, so I think it's funny because did you know that prostitutes were like extremely important in the foundation of the West?
Yeah.
Because they brought prostitutes.
There's
typically-
prostitutes in these movies.
Prostitutes are typically the ones that actually owned towns, and towns were typically built around prostitution like houses.
Brothels.
Brothels, yeah, my bad. I couldn't think of the word. Because they brought in a fuck ton of money. That shit's funny.
Yeah,
as hell.
it's freaking it's yeah. It's
When-
ironic as hell
women
because-
in power, bro.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Anyway, so like the whole movie is about these two guys tracking down a band of these two separate guys who are bounty hunters, and they're tracking down these group of a group of just robbers, killers, and all that stuff. And this one guy has a pocket watch of a woman he killed at rape.
Jesus fucking
Like-
Christ.
He has this pocket watch to remind himself of that or some shit. I don't fucking remember why he has the pocket watch.
That's fucked up.
But basically, like, spoilers for the movie, by the way. But like, so they're chasing after this guy, and he's like a really wanted criminal who's worth like $10,000. And so they let him rob the bank. Like they basically what they did was they were gonna like capture him as he's robbing the bank, and that's how they were gonna get him. But he uses explosives to blow the bank open from the other side, which they weren't expecting. So they pick him up, haul him away, and they pick up the safe, haul it away, and so Clint Eastwood frees some guy from prison to like infiltrate their gang, and so they do that, and then somehow the other bounty hunter, who's the bad guy in the third movie, even though they're not the same character. Because there's like certain actors in these movies that play different characters. Like there's a bad guy in this movie who's like one of the second, like the third in command or
It's
something
not
like
consistent,
that.
yeah.
And he plays a priest in the third movie, even though he dies at the end of the second movie.
Yeah.
And then there's the character, the second bounty hunter guy. I don't remember the actor's name, but he plays the bad in the Good, Bad, and the Ugly. Like he plays the bad guy in that movie. So like there's several and there's like a boy in the third movie who plays a boy in the second movie. Like, but they're obviously different characters.
Yeah.
Like but they're very good movies just because they like give you the like it's like an exciting like bounty hunter thing. It's like, oh, the guys are like going to fucking stop that shit. The guys are just like it's like a big like thing, and I really like them. I really like A Fistful of Dollars is the one I saw recently. I've also seen Good, Bad, and the Ugly, which is also really fun. Like it's phenomenal.
I need to get on those. I haven't watched
really
either.
good movies. Apparently, Fistful, A Few Dollars More is the worst one of the trilogy. I have not seen A Fistful of Dollars to confirm that though. Also, my great grandpa hated these movies just because he loves like westerns that are like clear cut good versus bad.
Simplified as fuck.
Yeah, but my great grandpa hated these ones when he was alive. He didn't like it when his western heroes were not as good
Like
as they seemed.
they weren't like objectively good. They were like good.
Yeah.
So, $10,000 in 1890 now would be about $284,726.37.
Yeah.
Why can't y'all just buy a house?
Yeah.
A dollar back in 1890 would be worth roughly $28 now.
Yeah, like you could like there's
So,
a scene of the guy giving like he wants so this guy Clint Eastwood is paying off this kid in the town to like tell him if anybody new comes in. He's like, okay, give me a quarter. That's like $1 or something like that next time or some shit. So this kid like he's like, well, I guess it's reasonable to give a kid for information nowadays, but like fuck
Yeah.
It's just like have a quarter, and the kid's like, another quarter, please.
Imagine now being like, hey man, I want some information. How much? $20. You want like how much?
Yeah.
You said $1 million? That's $28.5
Yeah.
million now. That's fucking.
So what have you guys been watching recently?
Want me to go or you go?
You can go first.
Okay. Unlike you, who's just fucking
Rambling about
freeballing it.
fucking.
I got a bunch of notes here. Okay, so this is a little hard for me to talk about because it borders on autistic. I've been
I'm ready.
watching this series since like 7th grade. And
Like actively or like rewatching it?
rewatching it,
Okay.
but a new season still comes out every year, so it's been going on since 2003.
What's it called?
It's a web series called Red vs. Blue.
Okay.
It's
Is it Halo?
yeah.
What the
You know what
fuck?
this? Okay, so this
There
is
was a movie on Amazon or Netflix or something. Wasn't
it's
there?
not the movie. They had the full series
the
on
Halo
there.
movie. Yeah, the Halo movie was bad apparently.
This is different. This is completely different. This is original.
Is
This
it like a podcast type thing or like?
no. Let me talk.
Okay,
So
sorry.
Red vs. Blue started off in 2003 by what is now Rooster Teeth. It was
Okay.
just a bunch of IT workers, and they just did it for fun in like their bedroom.
Yeah.
So what they did was they hooked up a bunch of Xbox. They were like huge Halo fans at the time. It was like the new thing right then.
Yeah, of course.
So they got their friends together and like using their Xbox, the literal game itself, they would record these little web series, and they'd each voice these characters. That's been going on for 17 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be a lot better now, I imagine.
Okay. I've got a lot of notes on this, okay? So let me talk about this from my perspective, okay? So I came across it on Netflix, yeah, in 7th grade. I'd already seen stuff from it. I remember someone had like on a unrelated YouTuber where someone was talking about Rooster Teeth. They mentioned in passing and showed these clips of these really fucking high octane like CGI animated fight scenes.
Yeah.
So I remembered that when I came across the show on Netflix. I was like, oh, I'm gonna watch this. I didn't find any of that shit, but I did find a really well-written and funny character-based comedy. And with like questionable, what's the word? Production quality early on. But it picks up a lot as the time goes because it literally becomes a big company through the years as they expand and do other shit.
Yeah.
So, fucking great show. It's really bizarre at first that it's like used in Halo. There was this glitch where if you aim your gun down, it looked like they were looking up and like pointing at the ground, like in a standby position, instead of like aiming their gun forward.
Yeah.
So they would use this to kind of like just make them move their heads up and down, like it
Yeah.
looked like they're talking. It's weird at first, and you kind of notice those blemishes where you can tell it's made in the game's engine. But as time goes on, you get used to it.
Yeah.
And you
Like
kind of
the
just
Dragon Ball Z abridged, or-
yeah, you forget that you're looking at a fucking video game. And as time goes on too, and as the game gets more, because they move on to a new game when it comes out. So like season 3, they switch to Halo 2. Season 6, they switch to Halo 3, etc. The production quality and the voice acting and the audio quality, all
they
that gets a lot
increased
better as
over
time
time.
goes on.
Yeah.
So does the writing. It gets a lot funnier. Gets more serious because at the first few seasons it's kind of just like dumb little comedy.
So is it like the same characters throughout the game?
Yes, that is the strongest point of the show. The
Okay.
characters are all very memorable, identifiable, and they're all have like these really funny quirks to them. And more importantly, it's their kind of group dynamic. The whole dynamic is it's both teams. There's the Reds and the Blues, and the two ends of Box Canyons. Neither of them know why they're fighting each other. They're kind of just dragged along into it without
Like
any
a
information for why.
TF2 sort of, like TF2 story sort of thing.
No, because TF2, there's like actual resources and shit, isn't there? There's like an actual reason. There's like a feud, right?
Yeah, yeah. I forgot the lore. For
In
TF2,
this,
so I was like,
there's nothing. They're just told to fight each other. They don't know who's in charge
And
or
they're
nothing.
like, okay.
Yeah, there's like okay, because that's the thing. They're all fucking idiots. That's another thing about the show. Everyone is insanely inept.
Stupid,
Yeah, and not only that, but they all hate each other. That's another really fun part about the group dynamic. Nobody gets along. The teams are at each other's throats
Wait, nobody gets along like,
on their
in
own
their
teams. They're always bickering. They're always, and it leads to a lot of good fun, a lot of funnies, a lot of good haha moments where they're just yelling at each other, calling each other shit.
hee-haw moment.
First 5 or so seasons. Where do you find? Who is this? Oh,
Found it.
yeah. Okay, so there's a
5
playlist
episodes.
that has every single episode in the series. And what I would do,
52.
yeah, what I would do is I would just put that shit on in the background and I just listen. I look at it occasionally when it was clear that there was a visual joke too. And you could just watch it like that, super casually. Just you're doing other shit, you're playing
Oh.
games, and you just have it
Okay.
going on in the background.
I figured these episodes were gonna be like
They're like 5 minutes long.
20 minutes long. Or
No,
something.
no.
As in, like episodes.
Later on, some are, but it's also super easy to watch. Every season is like an hour long. Later on, they get a bit longer as they get more complicated.
See, I was never into Halo like this, or like into
Here's
like,
the thing.
Red versus Blue. or
Neither was
anything.
I. I never played a Halo game aside from my friend's house. Yeah.
See, but like I watched a few of these episodes. I didn't really get it at the time, just because I was like a stupid.
Did you
kid.
watch it
I was-
out of order?
I watched where my friend was at.
Yeah.
Instead, like I had a friend next door,
Dude.
who moved out recently, but he we watched it at a sleepover one time, but I was like playing Minecraft or something like that, so I wasn't watching it.
Yeah, so
So-
you gotta start at the beginning. I think I've rewatched Red versus Blue more time than I've spent watching new media. Like, more TV shows
See,
that I
that's
haven't
me
watched
with
before.
fucking Dragon Ball Z Abridged, because that shit came out for like, that's like I started watching that in 7th grade like you did with Red versus Blue, but then like last year that shit or earlier this year I think they're like, oh yeah, we're not doing that show anymore. It's too time consuming. It's too like,
Yeah.
and so
what
I'm
show?
a Dragon Ball Z Abridged, because they were literally like redubbing the whole show, with comedy aspect, like from the comedy angle, like how like Goku was, because he was hit on the head, he's fucking retarded, and like he's like, sorry, I'm gonna get canceled.
So another really good thing about Red vs. Blue is that at some times you can kind of see it's made in 2003, but otherwise the comedy is very timeless. Like they don't make references
That
to
was
like
Dragon
internet
Ball Z
culture at the time.
That was Dragon Ball Z Abridged's problem.
Yeah,
because
I noticed that when you
early-
tried to fucking show it to me.
Early seasons are fucking cringy, because
Yeah.
it's like over 9, like they made the over 9,000
Yeah.
joke. They made like old meme jokes.
And when did it start?
2005. 2006.
Exactly, yeah.
But like as the show went on, like season 2 and 3, like the Frieza arcs and the Android arc and the Cell arc, because those are the last 3 they did. They were like, the comedy was really good. Frieza the voice acting got really good. Like Frieza was fucking awesome. Like they did like the Cell's voice actor was freaking awesome, just because it went from a voice like this to like a voice like this or something.
So like the anime.
Yeah, like the anime, but like really like he was on some fuck shit.
Oh.
So it was funny. Cause like there was like awkward like fucking moments where it's like they would be talking about power levels, but it'd be like obviously like gay.
Oh, okay.
So it was fucking funny.
So on that, they didn't have the issue of like dating themselves with really old references, but they did they didn't have the characters figured out really in the beginning, and not only that, they originally only intended to do 6 episodes, which to me is fucking hilarious, because they went, oh yeah, we're just gonna do 6 episodes and stops. They went for 17 years, bro. What the fuck? So no, people.
How many seasons are there? 17 seasons?
There's, 17 seasons. Yeah, new one every year. They didn't do this year because Corona.
Yeah,
Nah.
makes sense.
But but they're already like
But
releasing.
then
like,
when
information
Halo
things.
5 comes, or 6, is it 5? Or
5
6?
already came out. No,
Okay,
they're gonna
so Halo Infinite or whatever.
they're gonna stick to Halo 5 until like because they'd always stick.
Why?
They'd always be like 1 year behind because you need time to figure out how to use the
Well, that's what
engine
you
and all
can
that
do.
shit.
You can do,
Yeah, that's fair.
Corona's happening. You just do it during the time we have lockdown.
No, because it's a fucking company. They have animators. They have fucking
That's true.
groups of
That's
people.
true.
They had to shut down
I'm
Rooster
still
Teeth.
under the mindset that it's like this guy's. I
Like-
don't really know the context behind Rooster.
Yeah, most of Rooster Teeth is shut down right now. They're doing a lot of their podcasts at home, and it's lame.
Watched like shit when you were a kid. Like you guys watched like productions. You know what
Yeah.
I was watching when I was like in middle school? Like stick figures on crack. Like that's what I thought.
Dude,
was
that
fucking
shit's good
hilarious.
too.
I was watching Smosh and like fucking Markiplier.
I
in middle school
Smosh
also.
was the shit when we were in middle
Smosh
school.
was
I fucking
Yeah.
loved Smosh.
Awesome.
Because like looking back now, it was fucking stupid.
Oh yeah,
But-
like, I
but-
tried,
but-
Bro,
I
it's
can't,
like- it's
I
like
can't
that
believe the
bit.
fucking donut won again. This is bullshit. Fuck. Hate this shit so much. On job, bro.
fucking, that's me.
Oh my god, it's fucking
Hate donuts.
stupid.
I really thought the popsicle had it this time, bro. Fuck. God.
See, but like, I really like when Ian Cortex went on Cortex. It's not his last name. His name's like Hecox or something.
Yeah.
Like that.
He cocks.
I was like,
Fucking court.
I call him Ian Cortex because I saw it on a live stream one time. And because like I was watching like there was this Minecraft server that had like custom like paintings and stuff. You could like and like they had like this thing called the wheel. It's not important. Anyway, so like above the wheel, it's a picture of Smosh, and it was like spin the wheel, get a prize or something like that with like a speech bubble, like a badly edited text bubble.
Oh, on your Minecraft server.
No, not on my Minecraft server. On a server I was watching the stream.
Oh, okay.
But the fucking like I was watching Ian on Cold Ones, and they're like, "Let's do Food Battle 2020," and like they were like making it like they're like giving him donuts and shit to like say subscribe to Cold Ones and stuff like that.
Oh, Cold Ones was the thing by then?
Yeah, Cold
Okay.
One. No, this was 2020.
Okay.
Yeah,
Bro. What is that? Is that? Oh, that's a money clip. Yeah.
and Money Clip.
So back on Red vs. Blue, I've got a few more notes here. When I started watching it, it became my fucking like autistic fixation. You know when like autistic people find the thing they really like, they fucking put all their brain power into that.
Yeah.
I was
I do
cramming
that.
that. I watched at the
Hey.
time they were on season 12, I think. So that's 12 hours of content and more. Some seasons were like an hour 30 or 2 hours. So that was like probably over 15 hours of content. Crank that shit out in like a week. I've never done that before. I've been watching. I watched Cowboy Bebop for a year. It's 25 episodes. Like, I fucking
Jesus.
powered through that shit, and then
You're
I was
gonna
catching
finish
up.
it and be like, wait, what the fuck happened? in
And
the
dude,
last
my favorite
episode?
part is the fucking episodes would come out Mondays at 9 a.m. All right, and 9 a.m. you're at school, and I didn't have a fucking phone, so every Monday I'd be like, "Oh, I'm gonna get home, watch the new RV, bro. Let's fucking go." Like it was like an actual thing almost on TV. Like you'd be
Yeah.
excited to come home. You got your
See-
DVR your DVR recording. You're like, "Ooh, I'm gonna watch
Well,
the
that's
new."
how I was whenever the new episodes for the most recent season of Tokyo Ghoul were coming out.
Yeah.
Whenever I still watched it, I was like, "Yo, I'm waiting for this new episode."
Yeah.
And it'd come out, and it would be
That
like
was me with.
and it would be like the most uneventful shit, and I was like, "Fuck."
Oh yeah, there'd be
Oh,
some
no.
times.
that was me.
The most
me
recent
with-
season was fucking pathetic.
Dude, some episodes can be like 5 minutes long. So you'd be waking
Dude,
a week,
dude.
and you're like, "That was weak sauce, bro."
They fucking rushed the shit because the guy didn't want to make it anymore. Bro, this most recent season should have been like 3 times as long as it was. That shit was like 10 episodes. Should have been at least 30.
See, I
It's
did
a
that.
complicated season.
I kind of did that with Dragon Ball Z Bridge, just because like there were sort of new episodes coming out, but then like the middle of 7th grade, they were like, oh yeah, we're going on hiatus, and they didn't come out with like a new episode for like till like 2018, and then like they came out with maybe like 5 episodes that year, or something like that. Which
Jesus.
arguably it takes a long time. To make
Yeah,
those
it's different.
episodes.
That's-
It's different, but like also, like I remember like watching the epilogue for episode 60. I was like, this is kind of the end. I think, and then like, oh, it's gonna return, cool. And like 3 months later, it's like, oh yeah, or like a year and a half later or something like that. Like, oh yeah, we're not doing this anymore. It's not obvious already.
Yeah, for Red versus Blue, they have like it's an actual show. They have a production cycle.
Yeah.
They have a pre-production cycle. It comes
DBZ
out around the
never
same
got
time
to
every
that
year.
level.
Yeah, it comes out around the same time every year, like around April to May. That's when it usually starts.
Yeah.
And these just ran out of battery.
Fuck it. We'll do it live.
Just keep an eye on the thing, I guess. Oh, I will. I won't. No, I'm not gonna. I'm gonna forget about it. So, I can hear myself now. It's weird. So, like, fuck, that made me lose my trend. Yeah. It's an actual production now. Has been for a while.
Yeah.
I think like season 4 is when they started getting shit done, like actually becoming a fucking company and doing a bunch of other shit. But currently they have a cycle of like Red vs. Blue comes out every year consistently, and then they have like other animated shows that also come out. But that means they're like splitting up their animation team and shit. Well, they're making it bigger too at the same time. But like they're doing all this shit, and every single show is 1 year. Like they had a show with Ruby. That shit would come out for 1 year of production, and they'd have like these really fucking brutal work hours for the animators. Like it became like a human rights problem. They have just like ball and
What are they,
chains.
Blizzard?
Yeah, it's basically fucking Rooster Teeth for the past few years. Basically been Blizzard, where they have everyone on fucking ball and chains, just like, please, please, Mr. Grey Haddock, I have not seen my children in 4 years.
You
Like,
work. You
no.
draw what they write, art monkey.
And then they never,
racist.
and then they haven't seen daylight in 4 years. Like, please, I haven't seen the sun since season 12 and shit. But that was more Ruby than Rooster Teeth.
That's how they.
then.
That's how they fucking. That's like how they fucking measure time. Like
That was more so their
seasons.
like fully animated shows because they have those now. Then Red vs. Blue, which they can crank out a bit easier. They have like 3 machinimators. This is the start of the term machinima. Before the big company Machinima, there was this shit. This is what machinima meant back then.
Yeah.
It was making filmmaking with games in any way.
Yeah.
And it was already a thing before Red vs. Blue.
I
But
remember
it,
some of the shit.
yeah, it was never as ambitious. There was like people making shit with Quake or the first Team Fortress, and I think Half-Life probably. So it was already a thing, but this made it like fucking huge. And I'm pretty sure there was a lot of clone series that came out from people trying to like kind of do
Emulate it, yeah.
Yeah, because it had a pretty niche community. And it's also worth noting that this show was very influential to how media was produced on the internet. Because this was kind of unprecedented. Nobody was making shows on the internet before.
Yeah.
The way they would do it is they would have their own website, and they'd just download it. There was no streaming back then. You'd have to download the episodes when it came out. And it was kind of like, they kind of trailblazed that shit, because now we do everything differently, obviously.
Yeah, we stream everything. We like.
Oh, wait, that's true. YouTube wasn't a thing back
Yeah,
then.
yeah, pre-YouTube.
Yeah. Wait,
Even when YouTube came out,
YouTube was established in 2006.
even when YouTube
Yeah.
came out, I think they were mostly still focused on their own
But
website.
that's what fucking Nostalgia Critic. Like, well, not really what Nostalgia Critic.
Yeah, YouTube has never really been good for that kind of thing.
Reviews and stuff like that. Like, just because when like Nostalgia Critic and like Angry Video Game Nerd were doing this stuff, like back in like 2007 and 8, like when they first started this stuff. Like even like Angry Video Game Nerd was doing stuff on his website. Like the first episodes of Angry Video Game Nerd came out like when they were like extras on a DVD he released of one of his movies.
Yeah.
James Rolfe. He like the Angry Video Game Nerd, Castlevania, and what's the first one? I forgot what the first one was. Or the second one, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Like those 2 reviews came out like on like as extras on his DVDs, and then when YouTube came around, he's like, "Oh, I can start doing this show just like at my desk, like I did," and they just released it for free on YouTube. And so that's what he did for like when like episode 3 and stuff. When like that's when Angry Nintendo Nerd started picking up.
Yeah.
And like after that, like Nostalgia Critic saw that stuff, Doug Walker, and he's like, "I need to do this. I think this is a good idea." And then he like goes and starts Nostalgia Critic, which is fucking amazing and the best series on YouTube.
Yes, never
Never contested.
Yeah, not even RVB fucking comes close.
Nope, it doesn't.
So I'm gonna try to wrap this up. So
Yeah.
I've been going at this for a while. At least it's been a little more organized. So
Yeah.
So RVB, I'd say if you want to watch it, start at the beginning, because
any
a thing it does very well is it reintroduces jokes. It has like running gags. It has they have running gags from the first season still today. They have like jokes that individually come back maybe once or twice, but like it's a very rewarding show to watch and pay somewhat close attention to, because I'm gonna be real, like you can watch it like in the background or whatever, but it does help to have it like right there and watch it. But I had more I had to say. I'd say don't watch they remastered the episodes recently, because it's fucking hilarious. I found this out later. The Netflix, it's not on Netflix anymore, but the version that was on that was all the remastered shit. So what they used to do on Halo 1, 2 as well, I think, is there was no way to remove the reticle, and there's a theater mode, which you can use to just play back like footage of gameplay, so they use that for very easy filmmaking because you can like move the camera freely. Before you can do that, you had to use other characters, so you could literally only be on the same level as they could. So you could crouch, as your camera could crouch or it could stand up. That was it. Right. So their cinematography. Their cinematography was super limited. Now they're actual filmmakers, so they're very good at making it look good and like shooting it well and shit. Mm-hmm. So what they would do is there was no way to remove the fucking hood. So what they would do is they would put black bars. So it was black bar at the top. So like if it was on the TV, it'd be like 4 inches in, and then the fucking entire upper half. So you'd have like the window this big, and then this much on the bottom, and this much at the top. And like a little bit of the reticle poking up. It looked like shit, but it could communicate what was going on. So thankfully, you have the remastered, which just it looks fine. I'm pretty sure you use the Master Chief Collection or whatever, and which is like on Xbox One. So it's in HD, doesn't have the hood, has the full fucking screen available. What a novelty, right?
Are you saying the hood's not with this one?
Wait, hold on.
I can't do something the hood's not with.
It's not hood certified.
It's not a certified hood classic.
Why are you saying hood?
The UI, whatever.
He said HUD. He meant HUD.
It's
but I'm
HUD.
like,
is
Why
it HUD?
are you saying hood?
Dude, I've been saying hood my entire life.
Have you fucking really got
Okay, look, man.
Jesus fuck.
You can't take the hood out of me, bro.
Yeah?
Where the hood at?
That's how it would be.
So
This is a certified hood classic.
Should have worn my hoodie.
So it's earlier seasons. It's not as story oriented, but starting at
Rough.
Yeah.
it's rough, but it's still funny. I think the writing's still good. Season 2 and 3 around there is when they got the characters figured out. They know how to use their jokes properly, how to write for them. Season 6 is when they start to introduce more complicated story arcs with when they introduce like Project Freelancer and shit, and they kind of start revealing why the fuck they were fighting each other in the first place. Mm-hmm. They keep going from there, but yeah, it's a great show. I've dedicated way too much time to it.
Me with JoJo.
Like asinine amount of time. It has a pretty decent community now. I've actually, like, when I say I've been playing with the boys, I've been playing with some boys that I found on like a Red vs. Blue community. I've been rolling with them for a good 3 years. They're the ones I play Siege with and shit. They're the reason I got Jackbox. Like, cause none of y'all, I fucking tried to play Jackbox with you guys and was like, what the fuck is Jackbox? Wait, I don't have Jackbox. I can't play it. Like, you motherfucker, use your phone. So that was
got games on your phone.
So yeah, this show has been a pretty decent part of my life for a good while.
Yeah.
I'd recommend it to anyone who can, you know, kind of put the investment in time, which is not much of an investment. You just fucking put it on and listen to it like it's a podcast. But yeah, it's a good show. Gus, take it away.
Oh fuck! What? Okay.
What have you been
What have
watching?
been watching?
You're on the spot
Goddamn.
now.
I haven't really been watching much now. Like as far as like Netflix stuff, so there's this show. It's called The Magicians. It's like based on the book series, right? And I found the show probably in 2018. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And because I was like on Netflix and I was tired. I was watching Arrow and stuff back then, and I was just tired of watching it. You know what I mean? I'm like, I want to get something new, something spicy. You know what I mean?
Did you finish Arrow?
No.
Fuck no. It got super like just convoluted.
When did
and
you stop?
I stopped being invested
What season?
in the Prometheus season.
What season is that?
5, I think.
I stopped at halfway through 3.
Same.
It just
honestly.
got fucking.
I got past the Barry Allen stuff when they kind of introduced that aspect.
When should I
got
stop
past
if I
that.
were to get back into it?
Huh?
What season should I stop?
Honestly, the season with Prometheus is. Season 1's probably the best season. It's like the most dark, like even visually, it's fucked up.
Which one was 1? Was that Slade?
No, that was season
Just
2.
two.
Season 1 was the one where it was Malcolm Merlin.
Yeah. Okay. I remember.
Yeah.
I like Slade better, but
Yeah, but Prometheus was by far the best villain on the show, simply because he like broke Oliver. Like it's like all the way. Off topic. That season, I think it's season 5 or 6.
okay.
But
Stop before it or
stop
After
after
it.
that season.
Okay.
Honestly, after that it gets very comic booky.
okay.
Stop.
Yeah.
If you're gonna watch The Flash, just watch season 1 and 2.
I'm not watching.
I'll
The
watch
Flash.
all of that honestly. The Flash was a really good show.
It
The
looks
acting
fine,
is
but like
par,
it looked
but-
like a CW show.
yeah.
like-
I mean, yeah.
It looks.
I'm
just like
sad,
one-
but I'm a superhero, so I have to be a hero.
I remember seeing one scene where a dude kills himself to like stop at like a paradox or something, but he shoots himself in the heart. I was like, that's fucking corny and funny. And he's like, so he gets to have his last goodbye. Like, who the fuck kills himself by shooting him? That looks corny. Like,
Fucking
actually doing like
reverse
this. That's
Flash's
stupid.
ancestor.
The only time I saw someone
Oh,
shooting
yeah.
themselves in the heart look cool.
Which didn't even fucking work, because Reverse Flash is still there fucking 6 seasons later.
Only time shooting
Well, I think
yourself
it's
in the
just
heart
him,
looks
but
cool.
like in different. I think it's him before.
You still get fucking erased if your ancestor's dead. Anyway,
Yeah.
continue.
That happened in Letters from Iwo Jima, and there was like a Japanese soldier, so look kind of badass. It was like, "Who my honoru?" And like,
Airplane.
we need to get on that.
So
Can't wait to get on that. I mean,
so
fucking
basically,
funny.
Yeah.
I watched the show. I like fantasy shit, but this is more of like a dark fantasy. Like it's not like your unicorns and rainbows. It's more like monster that like eats
Now what
people
comes to
alive
mind?
and shit.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
fucked
yeah.
up. You know what I mean?
Like yeah,
Unicorns can be fucking dangerous.
Dark Souls instead of.
Well, like it's cool because this magic isn't like a wave your wand, think about love and happiness. This is
Sounds like
it's
anime.
like
That sounds like a magical girl anime more than fantasy. but
yeah.
okay.
So in this show and in the books, or like in this like storyline, you know what I mean? Like in that world, how it works is, for one, in order to do magic, you have to be like a fucking genius. Like magic.
So I could do
Magic like a science.
Yeah,
I've seen that be a thing
science.
before. I forgot where I
It
saw that.
requires like extensive math. Like you have to be like not like super
Oh,
smart. Like, you
There's
have
an
to be a
anime that did that
fucking
really
genius.
well. Fucking
Full
Fate.
Metal Jacket.
No, it was Full Metal Alchemist. It wasn't Fate. Full Metal Alchemist. Yeah, it's like basically they have basically
it's like a
magic.
science, yeah.
It's almost magic basically, but
Yeah.
it has a science behind it. You
Yeah.
have to like know the fucking chemical balance for shit. It's cool.
Yeah.
Continue.
So this is essentially it's like equation. It's really cool, but
Yeah.
like but also
So it's like numbers, but
it,
for wizards.
it runs on like sadness. It's like the greatest magicians are the most like fucked up people. You know what I mean?
Emo magic. Let's go.
13.
It's really
I'm
cool,
14,
yeah.
and this is deep.
Not like that. It's more like it's more like genuine depression. Like I want to fucking kill
60%
myself
of
kind of shit.
boyfriends be
It's fucked
having
up.
girlfriends.
The most powerful people
Rest
are the ones that have
20%
like
be
Are the
gone
most
through
like
the
are
most shit.
the most like fucked up. Yeah, they go
Like-
they've been through the most fucked up
That's
shit.
interesting.
Right? It's unique. I've never heard that anywhere else. You know what I mean?
Yo,
But it's really cool
if I was a
because-
wizard, my magic spell would be 60% of boys are having girlfriends, rest 20% are having a brain.
Oh my god.
That's hers, man.
That's
So
my sadness.
then I didn't realize there were books until probably like a few seasons in.
What's it called again?
The Magicians. And then I found the books and I read them, and I'll be honest with you, the books are fucking intense. Like,
Oh, you've been reading the books.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I got them years ago.
I've only done that with Percy Jackson.
That's how I knew I liked it. I don't really get
I
the
did that
book
with
fair
the
after
Dark
this.
Tower.
But what was fucking cool is, I've read the first book probably like 3 or 4 times. You know what I mean? And it's like, this is gonna sound so corny, but when I say this, I mean it. It's like real shit. Going into it, I'm like, oh, it's gonna be kind of like the movie. It's very different. Like it's the same story. Like the shit's the same, but it's different in that whenever you read the book, you really get this feeling of like existential dread just reading it. Like you read it and you just feel like heavy. You know
I've
what I
had that
mean?
with the Escape from
That's
Furnace,
heavy,
where
yeah.
everyone is like
Yeah.
put in a prison like thousands of
Yeah,
miles.
kind
And
of
you
like
can-
that actually. Kind of like that. It's
When I get my
fucked.
fucking like borderline ADHD ass, like just when you're like
Mm-hmm.
you're trying to read a book and you just get distracted and you start thinking about shit in your head. This is the only time that what I was thinking about was actually relevant to the book.
Yeah,
I'd be
it doesn't
thinking
really-
like
yeah.
I could feel the fucking like hopelessness of just being alone and knowing
Exactly.
that you're gonna die there.
Exactly.
I felt that.
It's like that.
Yeah.
But like you like it. You know what I mean? It's like a good feeling.
Yeah,
it's
it's
like,
interesting.
because like
Yo.
books don't really give you that feeling. Very
It's that hit different shit.
Yeah, it's fucking
shit
weird.
hit different.
It's super cool.
Oh, yeah,
I want to
speaking of
reread that
books.
series because I never finished the first book.
Dude, read the first.
How
the
many
first
books
two
are there?
There's 5. I've read the first 3 and never finished the 4th.
Are they good?
First 2 are the best. Second one is really fucking good as well.
Well-
It's probably the spookiest one.
Wait, which one? The first
The
one?
second one,
Ah, okay.
What book series are we talking?
Escape from Furnace.
Have you heard
The
about
third
it?
one,
It's fucked.
third one, it's cathartic, but it's a little bonkers because it gets a bit of action oriented because
Yeah.
that's when they start to actually escape. So
Really took the point. Are you serious?
yeah, and it gets
Jesus.
so if you're not in, if you're there for like the fucking like the creepy vibes and all that, it has that, but it's mostly cathartic and satisfying to see them like actually get shit done. And
Yeah.
you're like, yo, let's fucking go. They're gonna get out, my
That
boys.
first book was
My-
fucked.
The first book is fucking
So essentially, there's this prison and in this
in
town,
the UK.
Oh, is that where it is?
And
Yeah,
the
I didn't know-
UK.
I didn't know-
There was like a summer of blood or some shit where
Yeah.
it was like there were a bunch of kids went on like a murdering spree and like
A bunch of mass
people.
shootings, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, all in
So
one
they
go.
created this special prison just for like
Called
kids and shit.
Azkaban.
Yeah.
And it's like an underground prison.
There's like thousands of miles underground, kilometers underground.
Thousands of
Yeah, I noticed it was.
kilometers.
I didn't know this at the time. I didn't notice it was British until someone very
yeah, I didn't know that either.
made it very clear. But they would call money notes and they would say quid. I didn't know what that was at the
makes
time. I
sense.
learned that from
I
there.
have 50 quid.
Oh, you got 50 quid, bruv.
Oh, bruv,
But-
I'm gonna
Were the prison guards like people, or what were they? Were they like monsters or some shit?
So they'd explain that. They explain that later.
Okay, because they never really explain. They just explain them as being.
Do you want me to tell you more or less what it
go
is? They're like they're like mutated. They
okay.
inject some shit into them and put them through this like rigorous training and
Do they
like
ever-
mental brainwashing and
Do
shit.
they ever tell you
They
why?
do this shit to the main character. They put him through the same process to make him a
Do they
security
ever
guard.
tell you why they like lied about what he did, and then that way he would go to the furnace?
More or less. I don't think I got.
Because he didn't actually do it. He like robbed
Yeah.
the house, but he didn't kill the kid.
Yeah, he got framed. Yeah.
Yeah. So
And
why?
a
Did
bunch
they
of
ever
the
tell
other
you
characters
why?
got framed. I forgot that detail, but they are trying to like get people in there, and they have like they made connotations to like it being made by former Nazis and shit
I
and
was
stuff
gonna-
like
I was
that.
gonna
Yeah,
have to go
which
there.
you can see.
Nazis.
There's a lot of Joseph Mengele vibes
Oh,
in
fuck
this.
it.
Fucking
Didn't they
Nazis. I
like
hate
Nazis,
man.
turn one of the kids into like this like big
Yeah.
like beast or some shit?
Yeah, yeah,
somehow?
yeah.
It's fucked.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've been recording for an hour. I think we should probably get into airplane just because.
He hasn't finished it, you fucking
Okay.
bitch.
Oh. So wait, should I finish the furnace thing or the magician's thing?
Magicians.
We got far enough from this, but yeah.
So
Finish the
what's-
book, bitch.
But so basically,
Good.
like
Oh.
I'm on the there's 3 books and like I'm on the second one right now. Like I'm
How long have you been reading them?
for a while. I probably got. I think I got.
Oh, you said you
them-
started in 2018, right?
No,
show, the
I-
show.
Yeah, the show.
Yeah.
The show is done now. Like they did the last season. They finished it in like March. Honestly, the show is kind of.
Meh.
Mediocre.
You know, whenever it's like shows are really good, like the acting isn't the best thing in the world. It's a sci-fi show,
Oh.
so the acting isn't like amazing. Like it's like it could be better. Like the first season's not acting wise very good. You know what I mean? In my opinion, the 3rd season is the best fucking season because the acting is like top tier. Like the storyline is just like more intense. But spoiler alert for the record. Are you guys gonna watch it?
No.
Nah.
I spoiler record. So spoiler then. So they kill. So the show has like a. It's not like one main character. Like Quentin's the main character really. But really, what happens is it goes from like these main characters, these main characters, these main characters. They're all friends, but it's like they have their own story arcs. Quentin
like
fucking
JoJo.
dies at the end of season 4. He dies.
Is he one of
right?
the supporting characters or the main character?
The main character.
Oh, damn.
He's like the one that you're introduced as, right?
Oh, do they do like a whole ass protagonist switch?
What do you mean?
Like where they just like kill the protagonist and completely switch protagonists?
No. So like I said, it's different. Like it's like
It's a different protagonist every season.
Yeah.
That they're like,
Oh, I see.
No.
Oh.
So every season there's like in season 1 and like 2 there's like one bad guy that everyone has to get together to fight, and then everyone has their sub problems that they've individually got to deal with. You know what I mean? And like groups or singular or whatever. In like the other seasons, like later seasons, you get a lot more of like there's still like a main problem, but like the sub problems definitely get a lot of screen time, and like they're also having to do like multiple things at once to solve like both problems. You know what I mean? So it's interesting. So that's why whenever Quentin dies, it's not like, well, where does the show go now? It's like, well, now they're just gonna focus on the other characters and how they react to his death. You know what I mean? That season was good, but that season after that was. It wasn't good. The season where after they killed him was. Like you were getting near the end of the season and you were like, this feels like there should be 20 more episodes, which is how you know they're gonna rush the fuck out of an ending.
Yeah.
And whenever I found out that they were canceling the show, it had 2 episodes left, and I'm like, what the fuck? I've not watched them yet. It's been a while.
Yeah.
So I'm rewatching right now. But honestly, the books are super fucking good. I'm like, there's actually a comic book series about different characters. It's like 5 comic
Expanded
books.
universe stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to finish the books before I watch them, but honestly, they're super fucking good. And I'm actually planning like a tattoo about them. About
Oh, that's
book. It's
cool,
fucking
yeah.
cool. You know what I mean? So it's like one of those things, and I thought it was awesome because like my favorite animal is the Arctic fox, right? It's just a cool animal.
Yeah.
And in the first book, like a major theme was the Arctic fox, and I didn't know that
I know
going
your first
in.
one now. Okay.
And I thought that was fucking. I thought it was fucking crazy. You know what I mean? So I was like, I think that's really cool. So
We were talking about that one time. Remember? Like,
yeah, we did.
Yeah.
I thought it was.
So
cool.
you're rewatching it like leading up
Yeah,
to
I'm
this?
rewatching it so
Yeah.
that I can watch those last 2 episodes.
Yeah, I was
so
rewatching
It can be a
RVB.
more like emotional
Complete.
experience.
I was
experience.
rewatching RVB and
got emotional
preparation to
because
this.
of just all the characters in RVB dying.
Yeah.
It's like
Dude, they kill off one major character in season 13, and that
what?
shit hit different, dude.
Oh really?
Yeah, they kill off one but that's the only one. They used to
see you
it's because they've stuck with them that
Yeah.
it's like
Stuff like Dragon Ball Z Abridged can't do that.
Oh, they kill
because
another one off in season.
Everybody
9.
knows like Goku dies in Dragon Ball. Everyone knows like fucking Krillin dies like 6 times.
Nobody like, oh, he died again. Get up, you pussy! God.
Fucking Dragon Balls.
I
Fucking
never-
revive Krillin, I guess.
That's why I can never watch it. There's no like suspense. Like you just know anybody who dies.
That's why I would
back,
suggest
you know
watching
what I
Dragon
mean?
Ball Z Abridged just because it's funny.
Yeah.
Except
So-
the first seasons are kind of unbearable.
Oh, there's like a big thing about RVB. I
Sucky.
forgot to. Yeah, go ahead.
But like, if you're gonna watch, like, it's a good way to watch Dragon Ball if you just want to like, if you want a different experience than what the anime is. Like, it's really, like, it's hard to describe. But there's like, basically, it's like, so there's Android 17 and 18, right? And there's a part where like they're kicking Vegeta's ass, and then like they kick Vegeta through a mountain, and then like Vegeta's like, anyone got the number of that bitch who hit me? And she's like, 18. He's like, thank you. And like they like fucking break his arm and shit. They give you like the fight scenes, but they give you like comedy in it too.
Yeah.
Like of him like getting really fucking like angry at them, and then they just fucking break his arm. And it's like, and then he like literally goes off Super Saiyan, like it turns off. He's like, huh, he can turn off the blonde. It's like, at least he didn't need a, like the sister's like to 17. She's like, at least he didn't need a bottle. He's like, hey, I rock the black, I rock this dark hair, because they have the same hair color, but he dyed it and stuff. It's like they give him character moments in there.
You reminded me something big about RVB that I forgot to mention. So starting at season 8, they I don't know whether and they fucking brought in this guy called Monty Ohm. He was he's an independent animator that just did cool fight animations on YouTube.
He died, didn't he?
Yeah, he died. Yeah, he died. That was fucked, dude. Yeah.
Because in the History of Trunks special that Team 4 started, they did an in memoriam to him.
Yeah, he was very popular in like the whole animation scene on YouTube because he was doing he did very well choreographed like fucking insane fight scenes that just like using Final Fantasy characters and shit. But like RT saw that and they brought him in to do animations for Red versus Blue, and that was a fucking baller move because that's what like I saw, but I didn't know that was what the show was before I found it on Netflix like years later. So when I came to that, I was like, this is pimp fucking chimpin', dude. The fights are stupid. They are the fights in RVB starting from season 8. The season 10. Yeah, that's when they kind of stopped. He died around season 11. So, Monty died. Yeah. So, but the fights from between that period are fucking insane. Like, they're probably better than some of the shit. Most of, if not all, of the shit. Obviously, it's animated. Of the shit I've seen on YouTube and most anime. It's fucking so good.
Right.
Like, I just watch like the fight scenes sometimes. Like it's super good. Fuck, dude. Like, and he later did his own show Ruby, which is it's not good.
Yeah, you can't disrespect a dead man.
No. That's not the thing. He wasn't even a writer. His whole approach is like, I don't know shit about writing. You guys do it, and the other guy set it on fire, and then he died, and they kept setting it on fire, and it's even more on fire now. So.
Oh damn.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but
That's disrespectful to
RVB's
a
still
dead
good. It was kind of shit for season 15 and 16. But
now we're on season 17, baby.
they brought it back, baby. It was funny
All
again.
right.
Yeah, so
So, I looked up Red vs. Blue on Netflix, and I got
It's not there anymore.
Minecraft Story Mode interactive.
let's fucking go. Yeah, it's not on Netflix anymore. It comes back and gets removed. It got removed a few times before.
That
Okay.
happens.
But you
Sometimes
can
things,
just-
things go in and out.
it's on YouTube.
It's just like contracts that
But
people sign.
the Netflix version I would recommend that because they edited it together to
Like,
fit in a
yes.
movie Fortnite.
Yeah.
For Fortnite, holy shit, dude. It takes you a fortnight to watch it. No, they brought it together to fit in a movie format because they sell it in DVDs and that's how they sell
That's how
it.
the Angry Video Gamer.
And on the fucking YouTube, it's annoying because at the end of every episode from seasons 1 through 5, because those are re-released.
Yeah.
Everything else is the original releases. The seasons 1 through 5, they have like a fucking title card at the end. They're like, hey, we'll skip over to the next episode. Like, shut the fuck up, get out of here. I don't like that,
Yeah.
but yeah, that it's still good. I recommend it a lot. It's fucking good.
It's 11:37. We should probably switch to the
Airplane.
Let's switch. Let's talk about airplane. Like, get my autistic ass off this topic.
Okay, so.
Stop it
Airplane.
there. Never play the full thing, please God.
We all saw Airplane. That's
The
the,
rest of it is
first
so fucking
time
bad.
in the history of this podcast.
Wait, no.
we have-
We don't watch Airplane. We watched Airplane.
Which Airplane?
Yeah. So
Airplane!
No. I can hear it in my head, even though it's not in there. Oh no! Look at the line. Oh no! Look at it. Look at her go. Oh,
Oh,
gee.
no.
Oh golly.
Holy God. Anyway.
What if I
so-
just do this? Airplane. Airplane.
That's good.
Airplane. Airplane.
Why'd you turn it down?
It's fine.
It blanked out.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
turned it
I
off.
turned it all the way down.
Airplane.
Fucking hell. Let us fucking.
Okay, someone talk about airplane. I don't know. Airplane.
Okay.
So the Boeing
1987.
747, it's pretty good. It started off in the 80s. They very big advancement in airplane technology, and it can seat up to 2,000 people.
It's not
And
the airplane we watched,
Wait,
Pablo.
serious? 2,000.
I'm making this shit up.
I was gonna say, I'm like, no fucking way.
I'm pretty sure it did not start in the
Doesn't add up.
80s.
Probably like 300, maybe.
Listen, okay, I fought in the war, okay?
Which war?
I know they were just doing a cliche because he didn't fight any fucking war.
He
Yeah,
did, but
that's the-
No, he did not.
did he not?
The character fought in the war,
No.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's-
What fucking not a real war?
The whole point is
The
that
joke is that they're
the-
not
the-
clear about which
Exactly.
war.
Yeah.
There was no war he could have fought in.
Yes, there was. He could have been Nam.
He could not have been a now.
He could have been in.
I
he could have
really
been in
don't.
Korea.
I
Never mind, I was
don't
about to
think
say-
fighter pilots saw action in fucking
Motherfucker.
Nam very often.
Korea.
You're
Korea.
picking apart this goofy
Yeah, it's a
movie
fucking
about.
stupid. The point is, it's supposed to be like dumb.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like there was no like trauma. Also,
But
the
he was
planes
at
he
the
was
war.
showing were from like World War II.
My favorite scene in the movie where I lost my shit is just showing the
And it shows the dude in the fucking wingsuit.
yeah the shitty scuffed planes, the one with like 80 wings stacked up. I fucking lost it, bro. That was so good.
You have to decide. You have to decide. You have to decide.
No one,
The dude
no
fucking
one's
stabbing
They
himself.
can't
Yeah.
see that, so they don't know what the
Committing
fuck we're talking
seppuku.
about.
Sudoku. I said this when we were watching it. People have made the joke commit Sudoku so many times
You
that
just
people
fucking
saying
say it.
yeah, people saying the proper term committing seppuku sounds weird to me now. Like, wait, that doesn't sound right.
Seppuku.
Sudoku just fucking rolls off the tongue, bro.
Yeah. That's why it's such a popular game.
Yeah.
But I like how they're.
So right, Airplane is a movie from 1980,
Yeah, 1980.
7?
directed by a person who I did not look up. Usually I like to look up these context things, but I did not this time, so we're not
Actually,
gonna know.
the same. So it was like written into like I guess produced by these three guys who worked on like Naked Gun and also a movie I think called Kentucky Fried Movie.
I heard about it. Supposedly it's very funny, but
Yeah,
also really dumb. Like
yeah.
really lowbrow comedy, but it's
Yeah.
good.
My dad and his friend watched it in like the 70s. My mom was talking about it.
Yo,
when
you
we
watched it in the 70s?
or not the 70s.
You said my dad and I.
And my dad and his friend I meant watched it in like the 90s.
Were y'all
or
smoking the
something like that.
reefer?
No, they
Bro,
were
yo,
covered.
on the IMDb page on the cast and crew, they had the fucking autopilot as its own thing.
Yeah,
It's
'cause-
Otto,
yeah,
played
it's
by Otto.
But, like at the end card said and introducing Otto as himself.
Honestly though, the 80s were fucking sick. Like cocaine was legal and shit. It was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
No, it wasn't.
Everyone had it.
It was legal in like the 30s or some shit. probably.
I knew it was.
Cocaine.
As like a
Nina.
pharmaceutical,
It was just the
pharmaceutical-
joke that everyone was doing
Flower.
cocaine.
Fucking Die Hard. There was an executive who did only cocaine in the movie, and that's his whole point.
What are you doing?
It's playing some stupid
Nothing.
shit in the microphone. Anyway, so this fucking
scared.
movie, it has like the most basic plot. Like the passengers of a plane get sick, and this one fighter pilot who has trauma from the war has to fly the plane, has to land the plane. But the way it's executed is fucking amazing, just because it's so fucking hilarious.
They
Like,
they
the
essentially
It's
take,
a-
they
It has a
take that
format-
they take that idea and they fucking just like mangle it into like something like
every
extremely
single
hilarious.
cliche that you've ever seen in like a disaster movie. They take and they just fucking
Yeah,
run
they
with
poke
it.
fun of it.
Yeah.
Like the whole
More like Fly with it.
fuck you.
Shut the fuck
Get
up.
the fuck out. Go.
I'm
leave
gonna,
right the
I'm
fuck
gonna,
now.
we're gonna get violent here if you don't leave right now. I swear to God, dude, that bass is gonna be fucking somewhere, dude.
I'm
It's
gonna
go
take
somewhere.
that hand. I'm gonna shove it up your ass.
dude. That bass is
Well,
going
say it.
places, bro.
Bold to say, yeah, I've already done that. I'm kidding.
I know Oscar put that thumb
See,
up his ass,
that's why
bro.
it's all dark and shit. That's why
Yeah.
it's all broken.
It's all like
It's
fucked
not
up.
broken.
What is that then?
Really, the
Like the
knuckles all
foam?
bit-
What is that?
That's like a padding, so you don't.
Oh, so you don't put up your-
Nah, that's just like dried shit.
But anyway, they just take this whole fucking all the tropes you've ever seen in an airplane movie, or like a disaster movie, and they fucking run with it. Like they've got like religious
Fly
people
with
at like they've got like people at the airport like giving people flowers and shit, like for religion or some shit.
The fucking dude who like he like beat up.
Dude,
all
I fucking love that
like,
scene.
three people
there
and
were
shit.
people from like every fucking religion.
Yeah. Oh, was it like
The
just
fucking,
Scientology?
Scientology, yeah.
He gets fucking thrown.
Excuse me, we'd like you to have this flower. Excuse me, sir, would you... Donation to the Reverend Moon. Jews for Jesus.
Read about Jehovah's Witness? How about Buddhism?
Help Jerry's kids. Oh, yeah. Scientology.
Or nuclear power?
Fucking judo toss. It had a kind of a noticeable formula where it switched between the story going on between the characters to
Yeah.
some random shit happening in the
Yeah.
passengers.
Yeah.
Which it works. It was funny.
It works really well. You get like you cut to the Jive guys, which I think is a
That's
racist
funny.
Oh
term.
my god.
I don't know if it's racist
Is
or
it?
not.
Is it a racist term?
I don't know. I've heard someone say you. I forgot who it was.
I've heard Jive.
Oh,
I've
it was
heard
Black
Jive.
Dynamite. He called someone a Jive. Oh my god, I'm getting a call from.
This is the dopest fucking ringtone though.
It's so. Yeah. Go on.
In African American culture, shucking and jiving is joking and acting evasively in the presence of an authoritative figure.
Oh,
Okay, so I guess it's not an accurate term. I don't know.
It's like when people say ebonics, and that sounds like a right term, but it also sounds fucked up.
Yeah.
Like, is that a good term? Like,
Yeah.
it sounds like a good descriptor.
I
I don't know what else to
It
say.
was those guys.
Like, what else do you call it?
But in the movie, they
I
referred
think it's
to what
called
they're
Av,
speaking
like
as
AAV,
jive.
like-
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that's the new term.
yeah,
That's like
African
that's like the term like
American
Latinx, where if a Latin person hears you say Latinx, they're like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
Well, no, Latinx is like the proper term now because they're,
Yeah,
trying,
but,
they're
like-
trying to get rid of the whole like gendered thing.
Yeah, but if any actual Latino hears you say it, which I guess that makes sense, but any actual Latino hears you say like what, or Latina or I see the problem. I see what you're talking about. But
Well,
yeah,
'cause, like, 'cause,
they're
like,
like,
it's-
what
Well,
are
that's
you
like
talking
in
about?
that language in
Like
Spanish.
it's
like,
been
you
adopted by
look,
everyone
it's
but
like
Latin
gender.
people. It's just like, yeah.
But anyway, like so, there's black characters on the on the plane, and they speak like they don't speak English.
They speak English.
They speak English, but it's
Dude,
like
I want to know what they were
jive.
actually saying, like the actual words that are coming out of the mouth,
Yeah.
and read that.
I
That'd be
love how
fucking
it's like the
hilarious.
subtitles. It's like they're saying like
It sounds very like formal and like very
It's the subtitles
normal.
say like something formal, but they're like crack 'em, rack 'em, sit 'em up, jack 'em, whack 'em, stack.
Shit, man. That hunky must be messing my old lady. Got to be running coal upside down his head, you know?
Hey, home, I can dig it. No, he ain't gonna lay no more big rap up on you, man.
I say, hey, Sky. Southern say I won't sing. Pray to Jay, I did the same old, same old.
Hey, knock yourself a pro slick. The gray matter back, lot performers down, not take TCB in, man.
Hey, you know what they say? See a broad to get that booty yak 'em? Leg her down or smack 'em, yak 'em. Cole got to be. You know? Shit.
Dude, it sounds
Some
like
shit
Sim
like that.
talk.
Yeah, I know.
Sounds like people from The Sims talking, except there's English words in there you can kind of
Motherfucker's wearing a
identify.
face mask. Anyway,
Back up at your Rona having. The fuck is on your mask?
I don't know. It's a really fucked up wolf, I think.
get your fucking masks
Go.
off.
No.
Microphones, we're on mic.
It's
They
cool.
can fucking hear me.
Now he has a pop filter.
I do, bro. Now it actually no, hold on.
Dude, I saw one tutorial where you put a sock over it.
Ew.
And I was gonna
What
try
the
that.
Fuck.
We're
This
on
stinky
hell.
ass sock
We're
in my
hell.
mouth, like in front of my face, like
Boys, I'm like fucking God, Gus.
gosh.
You
Please.
fucking troglodyte.
Airplane
Anyway,
or something. I don't
but
know.
there's like
Fucking mongoloid.
there's like two children, and like there's this little girl and this little boy, and the boy comes up to the girl with like coffee. He's like,
Oh,
would you like a
I
cup of
didn't
coffee?
know that's where that scene was from.
Yeah.
Would you like some coffee? And she's like, of course. And
It's
he's
the
like, "Won't you
meme
sit
that
down?"
everyone's seen. That
And it's
everyone
like,
has seen.
and it's like fucking, I'm setting it up. Anyway, so like the guy sits down and she's like, would you like any cream? She's like, oh no, I like my coffee black, like my men.
Excuse me. I happened to be passing, and I thought you might like some coffee. Oh, that's very nice of you. Thank you. Well, won't you sit down? Thank you. Cream? No, thank you. I take it black. Like my men.
Like, they fucking die during that scene. every
The,
time.
and the little kid looks so fucking
Yeah.
dejected. I'm like, oh,
It's like-
fuck. And I think he
It,
leaves.
it was like a big meme. Everyone's seen that shit. I
Yeah.
don't know that's where
The
it's
scene,
fucking from.
yeah, it has a lot of iconic scenes. Like the
Yeah.
one where he's fucking sweating like crazy. I've seen that online a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah.
I've seen that used as a reaction gif and shit.
I fucking love when Leslie Nielsen comes in like 3 times in that scene where he's like, "Good luck," and everyone's counting on it.
And after they've
And then,
already
like,
landed,
when they're like diving, like nose diving on the runway, he's like the guy's sweating. He's like, "Good luck, we're all counting on you." He walks back, and then they've landed, and then he comes back a 3rd time. It's fucking good.
and they've already
Al-
finished by then. Yeah.
Also, the fucking taxi.
Oh my god, the taxi.
So like as he's leaving the airport, he's a taxi driver, right? As he's leaving the airport, he turns on the meter for the taxi so the guy's getting charged for
That
selling
alone
the
is a
taxi.
funny bit. They could have not returned to that, and it would have been funny.
But then like,
like
3 or 4 different times they go back to him, and the guy's looking at the meter, and he's like, it like goes up to like $1,000
Yeah.
thing or something like that.
Oh, it's a who is in the thing? What was
It
that?
was
some
the
random
main-
guy
It
who
was,
was
it was the random
driving.
guy in the taxi, but it was the main character who was
the main character
driving
was the
the
one
taxi.
driving the taxi.
like he drove there to meet up with his girlfriend, but the guy's like taxi, and so he like charges the
So who is the taxi driver?
the main character.
Yeah, the pilot.
The
Pilot.
sweaty guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a taxi driver?
You didn't see when he comes into the.
So he and the guy just sat in the taxi for
Yeah, the whole movie.
fucking time.
Yeah,
It cuts to him randomly sometimes.
yeah. It's fucking funny.
Yeah, it's a good haha. It's a good funny.
Yeah, and like how like he tells his like the story of how he and his girlfriend met, but like everybody who's like hears any story like fucking kills themselves.
Yeah.
It's like a fucking creepypasta or something.
They're just so bored by his bullshit. They're
Yeah.
like, I'm fucking done.
Like
Oh, the guy that sets himself on fire.
yeah, he covers himself in gasoline on the plane, and he like has the match like about to burn himself, and then like the stewardess is like, "We need somebody who can help fly the plane," and he's like, or like they need help with navigation or something like that. So he goes up to the front, and the guy's like, blows up the match. He's like, "Oh, finally," but he still fucking lights himself on fire by accident because the match is still hot.
Yeah, I think it would have been funnier if they just if he didn't blow himself up. I don't know, like oh thank God, but it works either way. Yeah, it's funny.
But then that woman is like screaming. She's like, it's like everybody. It's like, snap out of it, and then like Leslie Nielsen's like, I'll handle this.
They like
snap out of it.
they start like
Oh, we
smacking
all
her,
line
and
up,
punching her,
yeah.
and
and then they
shooting
all
her
like
and
line
shit.
up with different weapons.
the one lady with the
One lady
fucking
has a
gun.
pistol.
She had a fucking revolver.
One of the
baseball bat
giant,
and a
one of the black
machete.
dudes had a fucking boxing gloves.
Yeah.
Can't stand it anymore. I've got to get out of here. I've got to get out of here. Calm down. Get a hold of yourself.
Stewardess, please let me handle this.
I've got to get
Calm down. Now get back to your seat. I'll take care of this. Calm down. Calm down. Get a hold of yourself.
Doctor, you're wanted on the phone. Everything's going to be all right. Please.
Sister, please, I'll handle this.
Yourself. I've got to get out of here. Out of here. Out of here. I've got to get out of here.
That shit was funny. Or the girl who had like no heart, and then she like did she even
She
get
was
her?
she needed a heart.
Yeah,
punch.
yeah.
Her
Did she
ambulance
even-
crashed at the end of the movie.
What the fuck?
But she like the woman's playing the guitar. She pops out her IV cord.
Oh
and,
my
and like the mom's like
God.
not even paying attention to it.
She does,
so
like-
she plugs it back in herself, and then like it knocks out again, and she like starts needing CPR.
Look, you guys gotta watch. It's on
Her
fucking
face
Netflix.
is like an inverted pog.
When you want to like
It's
suck
on-
on a lemon or something like that.
It's on Netflix. You guys gotta fucking watch it.
It's
funny
so
as shit.
fucking
Oh my
funny.
God.
I'm sure a lot of people watched it. It's considered a classic. You know, it's a very influential movie
Yeah.
to spoof
Yeah.
towards spoofs. Like if you've seen like Scary Movie,
Like,
you
I
know
think
what's
some
up.
of the same guys did one of the scary movies.
Probably.
Scary movies.
It feels very like similar. Obviously, this is a bit better,
Yeah.
Yeah.
especially more so than the sequels. Holy shit!
Yeah.
But I love like how like they have like it cuts to there's actually an interesting thing. It cuts to like the radar technique, like guys working on like the radar, like looking for the plane. One of the radar guys is a put it down. Hey, put it down.
Come
put
on.
it down.
Bam! Don't do
Where's
that.
my newspaper? Anyway.
Spraying with water.
Anyway, so like it cuts one of the radar guys is Jonathan Banks, who plays Mike Ehrmantraut in Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul, who's like this like badass dude, and he's like fucking checking a turkey in a microwave.
Oh yeah. Oh, one of my favorite scenes is the guy that keeps yelling orders at people. Like, you go do this. And his wife calls, you go have the kids invited through fucking dinner and like all that shit. Like he does the same thing to his wife that he's doing to his fucking
Or
coworkers.
the I picked the wrong week to stop smoking.
Oh,
I picked the wrong week to stop drinking.
He was the same guy.
I picked the wrong week to just
quit
stop
amphetamines.
To quit amphetamines. I picked the wrong week to quit sniffing glue.
And then he fucking like is high at the end of it. He fucking
He's literally
dives out the
hanging
window.
upside down.
Yeah.
Dives out the window and like dies, I guess.
Yeah. And like one of the emergency vehicles is a Budweiser truck.
I saw that.
Was it really?
Yeah. And also like when they cut to the radars, some guy's doing his laundry at the end of it.
Oh my god.
Like they're like people like doing their laundry out of him and stuff.
This movie was just a giant clusterfuck.
Oh yeah.
It's somehow like it was
super
funny.
fucking funny.
Yeah.
Like the fucking kid going up to the cockpit.
Oh yeah.
So like one of the pilots
my
is played by
God.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and the kid immediately recognizes him. And he's like, "My dad says you don't try enough." And he like starts like listing all the things he doesn't try hard at, and the guy grabs him and he's like, "Listen here, kid. If I have to work hard all day and stuff like that." And he's like saying it like real quiet. And then the other pilot's a fucking pedo. He's like, "You ever seen a grown man naked?"
You ever been to a Turkish war camp? Some shit?
Turkish prison, which is a fucking term for something. I forgot what it meant, but I saw it in an Urban Dictionary.
I'm gonna get faster. Wanna know why? Because I've got where's the thing? Turkish prison. No, not prison. You
I'm already
fucker.
there. I'm already there.
Oh my god! It just did prison. I didn't hear Turkish.
A common pseudonym for a place where acts of disturbing sexual conduct, preferably rape, has occurred, as was the case in the movie Midnight Express.
Let's watch Midnight No.
Have I told you about the time I was in a Turkish prison?
So yeah, it's something fucked up. But I just like how like that's like.
Or
they like the stewardess tries to like take him out of the situation, but then he's like,
yeah.
"Oh no, he can stay. He's not causing any trouble."
Or a Turkish prison is also the situation that results when, during a game of backgammon, you have built on your side a series of blocks, 2 pieces on each point, such that escape is very difficult depending on the throw of only one particular number.
What the fuck is backgammon?
Wait. It says C Ottoman prison.
Oh my god.
For a related term.
It's probably just the strats for the game. Like
yeah.
I know chess has
Ottoman prison. Ottoman prison. What the fuck? Like the Ottoman
But,
Empire?
like I also
Yeah,
like
no
how
duh.
it's like the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is like, "You want me to check the weather?" And he's like, "No, you do it." And the pilot's like, "Nah, you do it." Well, he's hot boy. And like they're all named Roger, Clarence, and Victor. And it's like, "What's our vector, Victor? Do we have Clarence? Or
I didn't notice that. I only noticed the Roger one.
Roger.
Huh?
Yeah, fucking love that. It's because it's like, and like the Mayo Clinic is like actually has like fucking mayonnaise behind it.
Is that what they're called, Mayo Clinic?
Yeah, that's what the place
Okay.
is called. It's like a doctor's office or something like that.
I didn't know about
exactly
the term.
what the term means, but it's like it's a doctor's office.
See, there's a lot of like reference to shit that was probably common
Yeah.
place in the 80s that's completely lost on us. Like when they were talking about like the media reception to the fucking crash, there was like one guy that was talking about like, you know, it was their fault for getting on the planes. Like there's probably some that was
There
probably
was a show like that, like Counterpoint.
yeah. There's probably a joke on the very specific person that we're trying to rail on, like an actual guy that just lost on us because we're fucking Zoomers and we don't know about that shit.
But there were references to it in like books like The Dark Knight Returns and stuff like that, comic books like The Dark Knight Returns, which has like there's like a like counterpoint on like Batman Returning or something like that. Like there's references to it in other media too. So I think it's like a show like that was pretty popular. Like I watched which is another movie I think we should do sometime, is Weird Al's UHF, because that movie's fucking hilarious.
Well, you chose this one, so one of us is choosing the next one. But
yeah, sure.
No. Yeah, I noticed that they're doing that now with Alex Jones, I think, because fucking Spider-Man like made fun of him with James Jonah Jameson.
JJJ is fucking Alex Jones now. It's like, I don't like Spider-Man putting chemicals in the streets, turning my frogs gay.
Or alternatively, make.
I don't like him putting chemicals in the water to make.
This Spider-Man is a bit. It doesn't sound like him. It sound like fucking drill sergeant.
Yeah.
I'm picking Avatar for my movie. Fuck it. I'm
Oh,
gonna pick.
no.
Fuck you! I'm not watching.
I'm gonna
that
pick
shit.
the Last Airbender movie.
Oh, that might
Fuck
be more
you.
worth the.
It should be something.
Doesn't have to, first off,
watch.
doesn't have to be a movie though.
Yeah, it could be an album. Or
I was thinking about doing an album.
TV show.
I don't want to do albums.
Why not?
We already have a podcast for that.
Yeah.
Oh,
you guys already have your separate podcast for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, makes sense.
which we can have you on as a
That
guest.
and I'm
Well,
also,
this is
that
meant to
and
be-
I'm also not like, you know what I mean?
You
Like,
don't
I'm
like-
not like knowledgeable like that.
You don't
kind of
like
stuff.
talking about music?
I'm just not like knowledgeable like that of it. You know what I mean? Like it's not something that I'm like I know how to talk about. You know
That's
what I mean?
fair. And TV shows are a bit too long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll limit this to movies.
Except for RVPs,
Maybe if it's
'cause you
if
can-
it maybe like small web series.
except for yo
Landing on
We
the
could do
side.
an episode
like
on
a-
DBZA
like
or something
oh
like that.
yeah like a small website like the one that one called about fucking Halo or some shit. Yo,
As far as music goes, there was a song you're playing in the car.
when
Something by Polaris the other day whenever you drove me
Oh,
to
yeah.
home. Lucid.
yeah,
I was sitting there and I'm like, yo, and I put on my fucking
Dude, that one has a-
Shazam.
that was
I
a
was
good
like,
fucking breakdown,
yes.
and I rarely
Oh
care
my
about
god, it was
breakdowns.
fucking nuts.
Yeah,
I
I want to see them live. They look good live, but
I feel like
they
would be
toured
so
here
sick.
before I started listening to them. So
There's a band my brother-in-law showed me called Interpol.
Interpol, I think I've come across them.
Their song "Evil" is fucking amazing. They're very weird. They're not like a breakdown type of thing. They're more of like I don't know what genre. I'm not like knowledgeable. Like I said, I don't know what genre they'd be, or like sub genre and shit. You know what I mean? But like, they're fucking tight.
Have you listened to Architects?
No.
They're pretty big now. They kind of they're one of the main contributors to them and Periphery.
Oh,
But
really?
Architects is the one a lot more metalcore bands take after than Periphery, and they actually started the Blech. You know the Blech.
Oh really? That's
They're the first
so
ones that
fucking metal.
yeah, they were one
Oh
of the
my
first ones,
God.
but they like made it popular so much so that the
Yeah.
fucking vocalist hates it now. He like made it too like I wish I never made that stupid fucking noise
You don't really
because
see
everyone
it,
does it now.
You don't see it as often. I feel like
Did you ever see that political candidate who got like his whole platform like removed? Like he like lost his entire platform because he like made a noise during a campaign.
What?
He's like, yeah, we're gonna take back the White House.
I need to look that up. No, that's funny.
It's so funny.
It's funny because if you actually look through my my metal playlist, the first like 8 songs are only sanctioned. That's all I listened to whenever I first started getting into getting more into serious about metal.
Yeah.
But then it goes on to like random shit like Thy Art Is Murder, Shadow of Intent, Rings
say
of
Thy
Saturn
Art
was
Is
pretty
Murder?
good. I actually like
Dude,
Rings of Saturn.
so I've gone through most of Converge's discography. Have you listened to the first album?
I don't know. I'm just
fucking
kind of like I said. I just
Dude, it's
Weird
weird.
sauce.
It's not what you expect.
really.
It is not like at times you can kind of see it, but like other times it sound like weird, like cheesy, like 80s thrash metal with a bit of hardcore in it. No, it's good. I actually like the and Axe to Fall. They incorporate the thrash elements very well.
Personally,
that's my personal favorite
All
album.
We
It's
Love,
shreddy as
All
fuck.
We Love, We Leave Behind is my favorite album.
I've listened to that one too once. It's very good.
I'm not
Have you heard?
knowledgeable
Have you
on this
ever
kind of thing.
listened to the Blood Brothers?
No,
They're fucking weird.
what are they?
I don't know. I've never really heard. They're very unique. They're unique. They like they're like metal as fuck, but it's not like emo. But they have a very like high pitched like thing. I'll have to show you a song. Like
Might be like post-hardcore inspired. Hold on.
It's weird, but then you've got shit like oh my god, one of my favorite fucking bands is Fear Before the March of Flames.
I've heard it.
Oh my
Definitely.
god, it's fucking good. They're also a bit different. They're not like I don't know like the genres and shit. You know what I mean?
What's different about them?
Just their vocals. That's very like their breakdowns are less like you know how breakdowns tend to get like heavier. You know what I mean? Their
They're chuggy.
breakdowns are almost like not really heavier or like anything. They're just like louder. It's interesting. You know what I mean?
They just turn the gain really high up and start speaking like. Sounds like a boom meme.
My Josh showed me these. My brother-in-law Josh, fucking tired, showed me these guys called Devil Soda Soul a few years back.
Yeah, I checked them out.
Yeah, they're
they're the what you were looking for is doom. They're very doom metal. Inspired.
Yeah. But it's nice because because you get some songs and albums I guess that are just very like slow and like take your time and then it gets somewhere and it's like it's worth it in the end. You know what I mean? It's fucking sick. Norma Jean is a big band that he fucking loves.
Yeah,
he's
it's
like
good.
He was like the first metal guy that I was like friends with. He's like I was related to him. And he actually has a tattoo of one of their albums on his
Which
fucking
one?
wrist.
Which one?
It's got like a crow.
Oh, dude, that's such a good album.
What's
Redeemer.
He told me the story about it where he got the tattoo and they were like, don't like fuck with it, and he went out skateboarding like that afternoon
fucking scraped
and
it?
fell and scraped, and now
my
it's
God.
like it's like you can see that it's a crow with a circle, but like the lines are like swollen and big.
That's unfortunate because that's one of my favorite album covers from them. It's a really good album cover. Redeemer by Norma Jean, also a really good album. That's when they started getting melodic.
Oh really?
That's when they started incorporating a bit more singing. Yeah, recommended listening to that Blueprints for Future Homes. Yeah, good song.
The album that I found that I liked a bit more was Polar Similar.
Polar Similar, yeah, it's one of the more popular ones.
That was
I
a
liked.
dope-ass
I
album.
fucking love Reaction off of that. Also, Everyone is Talking Over Everyone Else. I think that's what it's called. That one's good too. My personal favorite is The Anti-Mother, which is it's very unique from a lot of the other albums because it's very post-hardcore inspired. It sounds a lot more like melodic and it's a lot. All of them are very melodic after starting from Redeemer.
Yeah.
But that one has like a specific like very post-hardcore, vaguely emo vibe to it. Also, one of the songs, "Surrender Your Sons," it has it features Chino Moreno from Deftones on vocals, which is a very good part.
Yeah.
One of my favorite songs. And it makes a lot of sense because a lot of Norma Jean's sound is very inspired by Deftones and a lot of alternative rock. I think that's what sets them and a lot of southern hardcore part. That's what they fall under, southern
Is it?
hardcore.
Really?
Yeah.
I can see that.
Other bands in that genre you might like is Every Time I Die. Greyhaven, that's the one I was fucking obsessed with. They're very good. They're also
Really?
mathcore. There's another one I'm forgetting.
I'm reading the messages I got this morning from you guys. It's like, yeah, it's today, right? If you can't or something, we can move it though. We still on for 10, right? Pablo's like, yeah. He's like, all right, fam, it's a vibe. And you at me, and I'm like, here, bitch. And I'm like, you're like, let me in before I eat your kidneys. I feel like he's still asleep, bro. I knocked, he didn't answer, and I called his phone, he didn't answer.
Yeah, we never mentioned this. Oh, this bitch was asleep when we got here.
Yeah.
He was slump.
Oh my god. We got here and then
Unprofessional, unbelievable.
I knocked
can't
on the
believe it.
doorbell. I knocked on the door. What the fuck is wrong with me right now? I knocked on the fucking
It was
door.
very ineffective.
I knocked on the door and then
That still could ring it.
nobody answered, so I went to my car, waited for like 2 minutes. Pablo showed up, and then I was like, yo, he ain't fucking answering. Then went back and I knocked on the door harder this time. Your sister shows up, and she's like, hello? And I was like,
You did the
I
face
told
very
my
well.
parents you guys were fine.
You pulled off the face.
she
It's
was
very.
she was not she did not like
No,
that.
she looked like she was tired.
Yeah.
Like she'd just woken up too.
So
Well, she's in school. She's in high school.
so she
What? High school?
My younger sister?
Oh no, it's the older sister.
Oh,
No.
my older sister's like...
so
yeah, she
she
doesn't like anyone.
so she was like, what? And I was like, is Oscar here? I felt like a little kid asking, like, can Oscar
come out and play?
That's what I felt like. I felt like a bitch, bro.
Even then, like, can Oscar come out and fill a podcast? It still
Right.
feels kind of
Right. So she was like, yeah, and she was Oscar, and I was like,
yeah.
and then she was gonna come inside, and I was like, yeah, sure. And I was like, she's gonna fucking kill us. She's gonna stab you in the face. So I sit there,
No,
and
I'm
then,
the one she's
and,
gonna
then, and, then,
kill.
and then like your sister comes down, like your younger sister, and I was ready to flame you because I thought it was you, and I was like, I'm glad I didn't fucking say anything. And then she goes back upstairs. They start arguing about some
Yeah.
fucking shit, about like going to the mall or some stupid fucking shit. And then we hear, boom, and I'm like Oscar just put a fucking hole in his foot.
Yeah, I thought he just rolled off your bed, dude.
And then
What the
Fucking
fuck
head
was
on the
that?
bottom of my bed, like fucking like slipped out of the cracks.
Then your
Because
fucking
I
sister.
dove up and I like rolled over and like the shit fell into the like my bed frame.
I was like-
so now I've got to lift it up and put the boards back in.
Oscar was like, Pablo was like, he totally rolled off the bed, and I'm like, there's a fucking hole in his floor. He was like, let's fuck it up, and I'm like, I'm heavier than him. It's okay.
Are you?
And then you're
don't.
yeah.
I wear,
Damn.
I wear underwear when I sleep. It's the only thing I wear. So I was like, would like throw on pants and I was like putting on my shirt
But
when I
here's
went
funny.
out to meet you guys.
I don't. If you want me to cut this out, we can. But your older sister told us, she was like, honestly, there's a hole in the shower from where he fell in the shower.
Fucking God.
I was like, is there? I'll be honest
no,
with you.
it's what
It was
it's what
fucking
happens when
funny.
you put 250 pounds on like your elbow.
No, my brother did the same.
Those
My
things
younger
are
brother
made
did
of,
the
like,
same thing.
plastic, bro.
Yeah,
It's,
like
they're fragile.
It's not very thick.
We had to put fucking like plaster like mold onto it so it wouldn't leak onto the floor and burn her like melt her house down. Like
see what
if you look at my shower, it looks disgusting.
I have to
but
get
it
some
works.
flex tape.
We're also no longer allowed to take long showers in case the water bleeds through. I take 20-minute showers. I used to take like an hour long. Promise I wasn't
I
masturbating.
have to get some flex tape.
You just stand there and you're just like.
Yeah, you're just vibing, listening to the music, fucking
I
blasting
have
your
this
boots.
new
and shit.
thing that I do, right?
These guys are waterproof. My AirPods are waterproof,
fucking God.
so I don't even have to like.
No, because I like to flex my music on everyone.
I don't want to do that because I get made.
Dude,
fun
that's
of
my
for
entire
music.
gauge on what my brother's currently listening to. Like, he's blasting the music. It's like, oh, I guess he listens to
Wait,
Slipknot now.
Your younger brother?
Yeah, my younger brother. He's like, oh, I guess he listens to Pantera now. Interesting. Yeah.
I didn't. I started metal in a weird way. So I started with like the emo music, right?
Yeah, that's pretty common.
Yeah, but then I went and
prog.
like I just 180 and I was into like electronic music and shit and like just like normie shit. You know what I mean?
That happened to me too. I was listening
And
to like
then-
both of my Valentine shit. I'm like, oh, Skrillex is cool.
We had a
But-
cat named named Valentine after that band because my older sister named the cat.
It's gay as hell, dog. I mean, cat, I guess. Fuck.
The cat is the cat's dead,
Oh.
and I had to bury it.
Because he took a bullet.
No,
That was gay.
It
I'm
died
sorry.
because it was fucking stupid, and it got into a fight, and then like a year later, it was like, oh, can't live anymore.
Her black.
Yeah, and then I had to bury it because my dad wasn't home. So
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. So what was the progression there? You went from electronic
and
normie
then
shit.
like my brother-in-law tried to get me to like listen to. He would like play some like some brutal shit in the car. He would play like a Concubine by Converge and shit.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, and I really only liked it when I was in like that environment. It was like late as fuck at night, and I'm just in a car like half asleep, and I'm just like.
See, my brother would do that, but
Maybe
it
at
was
the time I wasn't into it.
my brother would do that, but it was less so to like, hey, are you in this? It's more like he was trying to flex, like, look how brutal my music is. He'd put on like I don't want to like Suicide Silence. He'd put on like deathcore shit, and I hated it. I fucking hated it. Like, this is shit. You're shit. You're an awful person. This music is garbage. Quit putting it on. I'd get mad at him. He'd be listening to Carnifex and shit. I was like, this is garbage, bro. Take this off. And in hindsight, yes, it is garbage. But like, I was like, this is gay, bro. I don't want to listen to this. Put on Tears Don't Fall, man. This is too much.
But on Tears Don't Fall. This is too gay.
I can't, man.
What's funny is though,
That's why it was hard for me to get into death metal, which I like a lot more. Like when I started when he was listening to Opeth, I liked it, but I was like, you fucking make this bitter for me.
But then Eddie introduced me to Scarlord. He's one of those like rappers who like introduces metal into his stuff. You know what I mean? And I listened to that, and Eddie kept it at Scarlord. I got really into that like vibe of like
Aggressive ass emo rap. Not emo rap, I don't know, but
just like really aggressive, like brutal rap. You know what I mean? Like it's like bars, but then let's fucking scream. I was like, fuck yes.
This is gonna sound stupid, but the first time I heard 6ix9ine, or the second time, like, oh, this is kind of cool. It's aggressive. I actually thought
some of
that.
his shit's a fucking vibe.
Yeah, like I don't like.
You gotta separate the art from the artist, but you can't separate. The
I also
artist
don't
from
like the music that
genre.
much in general, but like I appreciate how he's fucking screaming his head off. That's kind of cool.
But Eddie stopped at Scarlord, but I went from Scarlord and I got like into it. So I found artists like you're probably not gonna know these are, but like Project and Slen and shit, who take like that whole screaming thing with like where they're screaming the whole fucking time and it's just like bass, fucking brutal. And then I
You know
found
what
shit
else
like
is
Gizmo,
Viking
and
metal.
Gizmo is fucked.
Vaciado y repiliado. One of my Mexican friends said that.
The fuck did you just say? What
Based
did
in
you
red
just
pill,
fucking
but
say?
like Mexicanified.
Jesus.
Besado.
Vaciado y repiliado.
But then I got more into like
Rojo.
actual metal shit. You know what I mean? Like over the course of that, then I've just like expanded to like I got into Sanction really hard because like it was like my first ever show and it was the Emir show and I wasn't a big fan of Emir. You know what I mean? It was okay. I figured I'd go just like for the vibe. You know what I mean? Just to get into the scene.
I've got
I
a funny
guess.
story about Emir, but continue.
Wait, what?
I've got a funny thing to say about Emir. Not the same thing I was railing on them. It's something I found more
But
recently.
then Sanction was like the first opener. It was them, Sticks to Your Guns, and Wage War.
Wage Wars.
Wage War was fucking cool.
They were at.
I wasn't a big fan of Sticks
I
to
think
Your
they're a
Guns.
little generic, but they were fine.
They are.
I like
yeah.
them. They
But
were.
Sanction was fucking.
They were
dope.
enjoyable live show, but I wouldn't watch.
Sanction
Listen
was
to
the
them.
first band that I heard that had the fucking cowbell shit, and I was like, this is fucking nice. Oh, was sick.
Listen, okay, you gotta listen
Okay,
to
so-
the Blue Oyster Cult if you want the cowbell experience, okay?
Okay, so fucking. I found this out.
Featuring
I
Will
started
Ferrell
listening
and
to his.
Christopher Walken.
I started listening to his really fucking dissonant. I started getting to all mathcore bands I could. So, See You Space Cowboy.
Oh, I fucking.
They're considered mathcore.
They're my favorite fucking band right now.
Just say
Really?
deathcore.
Mathcore. Them and Converge are considered mathcore. Mathcore is kind of the standard for mathcore is kind of set by Dillinger Escape Plan. It's that very, very chaotic, very dissonant.
Yeah.
It's like those chords where it goes like dun 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 dun, like where it sounds like it's
What's cool about
like
See You
it's
Space
scraping the
Cowboy is-
guitar with a fucking pickaxe.
What's
Like
cool about See You Space Cowboy is like there's no build up. Like you just start
yeah,
in it. And
yeah.
it's
Dillinger
fucking
Escape Plan does that a lot.
It's so good for like one of the later sets of like a show, and
Oh.
you're already in it. Oh my god.
So, I appreciate them a lot more than when I saw them, but yeah,
Yeah.
They're good. So, there's this other band in that genre called, I love this name, it's very misleading, the Tony Danza Tap Dancing Extravaganza. Okay?
I think
And
I've
they're
heard of that,
One
yeah.
of the heaviest fucking, one of the most heaviest, most dissonant bands I've ever
Really?
fucking heard.
Wait,
And
what is it called? Hold on.
The Tony Danza Tap Dance Extravaganza. Most people just call them Tony Danza, though. And I've only listened to Tony Danza 4, I think I was. They numbered their albums. But they're very technical, because mathcore is like that. It's very technical, but also chaotic, like very complicated music. So like, oh, cool, I wonder what they're doing now. You know what they did? Okay, so let's move away from that. We'll get back to that, okay? Pause that. So, Emir, the band, they had an incident where everyone in the band ditched the frontman, Frankie Palmieri, because he's a fucking asshole and nobody likes him. Yeah, he's kind of a meme. He's like metalcore Fred.
I think I've heard about him.
He's deathcore Fred Durst. Because like he's new metal, and also everyone fucking hates. Nobody likes to work with Fred Durst. Same thing with Frankie. Except nobody ditched.
I would love to work with Fred Durst. Fred Durst, you're welcome.
Except
on our
Frankie
podcast.
is like, you know, it's a hardcore, which is not as much money as in something like Limp Bizkit. So you're gonna work with Fred Durst even if you fucking hate him because it's good money. But the whole band simultaneously, they just left. So the band that replaced them was fucking Tony Danza. That shit blew my mind. Emir, this basic ass open chord riff. I don't even think they touched the fucking neck of their guitar. They just like do these open chord stupid ass riffs. That's fine. It's new metal. You know, you don't gotta do anything complicated. But the fact that they went overkill as fuck and got the fucking people from Tony Danza, one of those really technical, like metal ass, not metal, like really technical and complicated ass mathcore for your new metal band. It's like, what? Why? That's so overkill. Like that's like if like
Fuck it, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. And I think they probably had an influence on it. They probably did get a little bit more complicated songwriting. Probably like didn't get mathcore like complexity, but they probably got a bit more nuance after that. I don't know. I don't listen to Emir, but that shit was hilarious to me.
I've never listened. I'm not listening to them since that show, and that was years ago. They're not that good.
That's like if fucking like what's a simple ass band? It was like that's like if Nickelback like everyone ditched Chad Kroeger and he got like I don't know Between the Buried and Me to do their instrumentals. Like you don't need that. You could have just gone with anyone, but okay. So fuck. Okay.
You ever listen to As I Lay Dying?
No, they were one of the bigger metalcore
They're
bands,
actually
and I
pretty
kind of
good
did.
though. I actually don't.
I didn't really get into them.
Good.
I'll check them out eventually. Same thing with Black Dahlia Murder. They're more like melodic metal though.
There's an album that's coming out September 4th, my birthday, which is gonna be completely fucking awesome. It's not an album, it's an EP. But Matt Watson from Super Mega, his EP is coming out on September 4th, and it's actually gonna be like I think it's gonna be serious music this time.
Oh, that's interesting.
That's kind of interesting.
Yeah, because the stuff he did were fucking bops.
Yeah, like COVID-19 type beat.
Yeah.
I'm in love with my dad.
What was it? No, November.
No, November. I'm in love with my dad, and then tribute to Joe Biden also, or tribute to John McCain.
Fuck my dick.
Okay,
I'ma chop it off.
Just put it in the podcast.
Shut up. That's the fun.
Because I'm in a house with my family, and you're like yelling, "Fuck my dick."
I see this one's open the door.
Were you there for the Daughter show, or was it the no? You were there for the Knock Loose show.
Knock Loose. Like
since
then, I've gone to a lot more Knock Loose. I didn't like them when I saw them. I found them kind of repetitive and boring. Yeah. I'll see. I'll try to check out the album Blue Something.
I think it's very much like a transition. I mean, it's like from the kind of shows that you go to the ones that I go to. Then if I were to go to your show,
that was the only thing. It was my first. It was my first proper hardcore show. I'm going to more hardcore shows, dude. I've been missing out on that. Like Between the Buried and Me used to be in that. When they were early on, that was kind of their crowd. They were playing with shit like Dillinger and whatnot. Yeah. They still kind of worked till the end, but like they were playing with. When they were a smaller band, they were playing those kind of shows where you can stage dive.
Which fucking crazy!
That was the first show I've been to.
Scene. Like it's the same scene, but it's different. You know?
No, it's completely different.
Because it's you go to like you know like a prog show.
Where I go,
you're sitting there and it's just like you're there for the music to vibe.
Yeah, the music.
You go to hardcore shows and you're there to just fuck shit up.
It was the
very
difference
much
between what was it, Plenty and Periphery.
Yeah, Plenty. We turned that shit up.
Thank You Scientist.
Yeah.
Like,
all right, at Thank You Scientist, there's people dancing.
Contrast.
That shit blew my mind. There's people dancing at Thank You Scientist. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah.
It's not a very like I've listened to something. It's not a very like. Yeah, I give you. Yeah.
The scenes are different. It's like a.
It is. Yeah, it's
different crowd.
Yeah,
even though
different vibe.
Hardcore people are a fucking different breed, bro. I mean, I don't mean like go to a show. I mean like the true hardcore people who are there at every fucking local show are a different breed.
Yeah.
Because you go to like a metal show, I'm a pretty big dude. I'm fairly confident I'd be the biggest dude at a show.
No.
Hardcore shows?
They're not dudes just pushing in everybody.
Yep. No, you're on the upper tier, but you're not the
Hardcore
biggest.
shows? Nah, I'm one of the small dudes, bro. Hardcore shows, all of the fucking giants.
Have you
show
been
up.
to shows that aren't hardcore shows though?
No.
We need to like kind of blend the lens a little more.
Of the photo.
Ew, what the?
That dude in the background.
Yeah.
He was running into people. Remember this guy?
Bro, you remember the Knocked Loose show? Whenever the lead singer of Rotting Out, fucking the real big with the no front teeth, decided to get in the pit when his set was done. I was like, fuck,
I didn't
I'm
see
not
that.
fucking going
That's awesome.
in there.
Oh,
I'm
did
like,
we tell you about
that
how
dude was fucking
at
big.
Plenty and Periphery, how the lead singer of Periphery was like.
Yeah, he blew his voice out. He had to leave.
His voice
for
out,
the last song.
and then they like we crowd surfed.
Yeah, we crowd surfed him. Yeah, I got it. I proud to say, Pablo, I'm not saying my last name, got a good fucking grip of Mr. Spencer Sotelo ass cheeks, bro. I fucking I molested Spencer Sotelo. I sexually assaulted Spencer Sotelo. I'm thinking this all the way, bro.
It's
this
always
is a joke.
weird going
This
to,
is a joke.
It's always weird going to shows and like meeting the people. You know what I mean?
Dude,
Like,
yeah.
like
I remember meeting Kinder's voices.
Yeah.
I've been within 2 feet of the lead singer of See You Space Cowboy twice, and I've never fucking said anything. The first time I didn't recognize them, to be fair.
You got to get over the hump because they're so chill. These people in these smaller scenes, most of the time they're so chill.
Especially in the smaller
The
scenes.
keyboard player from Random Kindo followed me on Instagram.
No fucking way.
Okay, that was way after though. He didn't know who
That
you
was
were.
way after he doesn't know who I am.
fucking
But still,
he confused the shit out of me. He gave me like a business card with his email on it. Had the album cover for his latest album too.
That's
that
fucking
was the
sick.
keyboardist.
See, I didn't know he was a solo artist until he followed me.
Yeah, I checked out some of his stuff. It's fun. Yeah.
It's good stuff. It's good stuff.
Yeah. Small shows, it just hits different, man.
It really does. For one, it's less of like a like you can do pretty much anything. Like it's you're gonna come out of there just reeking of beer, even if you didn't drink, because someone's gonna be throwing that shit.
Oh, stupid fucking.
We've
bitch.
been over it. We've been over it.
No. There's a stupid fucking bitch. Nobody was doing it. We were all fine in this one fucking bitch.
She targeted people. She would go over someone, 2 people.
That's a dick move.
And then they fucking
It's
slipped,
one thing
and this
if you
dude
just
broke
do
his
this shit.
ass. Y'all seen that picture of SpongeBob when he breaks his ass and the bones are sticking out? That was Oscar.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, was it someone else? Who
Yeah.
fell?
I don't remember.
Was it? Oh, it was Juan.
It was Juan.
Juan broke his ass.
I broke my balls.
Bro,
Yeah.
the hardest fall I've ever seen
Someone
on a
grabbed my
hardcore
balls,
show.
dude. No. I was moshing and someone. I swear it happened. I was like, what? That's what I get for.
Bro, I got hit in the dick once at a show.
It was Spencer Sotelo getting back at me.
Like some
was
guy
like
backed
the-
up. He had something fucking. Like he had like his wallet or something in his back pocket. He backed up into my dick.
It was the Knocked Loose show, and some chick was like throwing it like this, and I was on the border of the pit, and she just my dick
Oh.
with like her hand cupped and hit my dick.
Nice, dude. CBT.
I
let's
didn't
go.
feel shit.
Oh.
Even though you're in the pit, you don't feel it. Afterwards, it hurt like a bitch, though.
You come back talking like.
It was the end of the
Hey,
the bit's really cool. It was the end of the last set, and I was walking to the car. Then I had to stop. I was like, "Fuck."
See, Pablo got his fucking ankle like stomped.
Yeah.
We told that story on
It's
the
okay, so
podcast, so it's
I
irrelevant.
landed like this because I can't walk. Okay, that's bad enough. I landed like that.
Because they were
That's a-
crowds.
Oh no! What the Knocked Loose show? It was like the first set, and some dude's walking out. His fucking head's
Yeah,
like,
his head's
gushing.
bleeding.
I was like, we are 10 minutes into this fucking into this show. I don't get it.
Who was the See You Space Cowboy was the first opener, right?
At the Knocked Loose show?
Yeah.
No, I think they were one of the later ones.
Okay, because I did not like the 2 other bands. It was Knocked Loose was. I didn't care for them much, but there was part I liked about them. Rotting Out was my favorite. Rotting Out.
They were fucking sick. They were they were very thrashy. It was
Yeah, they're
fucking
very
dope.
thrash metal. That's how Eastern hardcore is.
They were what? It
I mean,
was,
Western
it was
hard-
Knocked Loose was the
West Coast hardcore, yeah.
was the headliner.
Yeah.
And then there was See You Space Cowboy.
A
Rotting
band called
Out.
Candy, and then
Candy was fucking trash.
Candy was garbage.
fucking terrible.
I didn't like Stick to Your Guns.
For start, and I'm not a fan of them.
No.
For starters, Candy spent like 20 minutes setting their shit up, which is fucking ridiculous.
That's how it is, though.
No,
Before
no,
the time started.
No, not like setting up
Like
their
literal, like,
instruments.
equipment?
Like literally just sitting there at the mic for 20 minutes, like turn it up louder, so that you couldn't distinguish lyrics from instruments. You couldn't really hear what he was saying.
Oh, it was just badly mixed.
It was fucking terrible.
Okay,
It was shit. Didn't know what he was doing.
All right, boys. We've been going for an hour. And
Yeah, we
57
probably
minutes.
We've got a good time. Yeah, we had some
We've
good
some
conversations.
Good, deep conversations.
We all got into our own little autistic hyperfixations. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, I think we had a good episode. We'll see you guys on episode 10 of JOCO Junkies.
Or 8 or 9, depending on
depending on
if
what we do.
I don't know if 8 is worthwhile, but we'll see.
We'll listen to it. We'll listen to it. We'll review.
check it out.
The council will decide its fate.
The High Council.
Oh yeah.
Fuck the High Council. Fuck the priests of the temples of Syrinx. Fuck
good
I was about to say
reference.
somebody's
Okay,
name.
well, Oscar got real into that shit. So
See
we're
y'all
just gonna-
later.
We're just gonna head out.
Yes, don't mind these noises I'm making as I move my mouse to the stop button. Okay, bye.
I just want to tell you both, good luck. We're all counting on you.